What's going on, Landy boy?
Not much. What's up with you, Tommy boy?
Oh, just recording episode 6 of the podcast. It's incredible we've made it this far. It's a true milestone.
We ha we actually have like listeners. I don't know where they came from or who they are, but we got them.
Yeah, we got like 3 or 4. They're out there somewhere. Whoever you
Three or
are, you're
four
pretty
that
cool.
aren't us. Hopefully it's Tajikistan.
No, it's
Let's get that
definitely.
reference out
I
of the
mean,
way.
it might be you, but it's not me. I don't watch these. I'll just,
I
I'll just make
played
them upload
one.
them.
I played a few
Yeah.
minutes of one. Yeah, I played a few minutes of one. Kind of skimmed through the highlights, just trying to relive those moments.
I just saw your comment from 2 days ago. Says I love Tajikistan.
Just to
That's
let the people know, it's
Yeah, we do love Tajikistan.
one of the one of the greatest countries on earth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a long-term goal. That was like episode 1,000 in Tajikistan. The great the great nation, I should say, of Tajikistan.
Mhm.
Really try to butter the government up.
Yeah. So looking at our
Maybe
stats
let
right
us
now,
visit.
the podcast episode 1 has 13 views, still the most, which is incredible. Episode it's called episode 2. It's episode 3. Is at 5 views, and episode 4 is at 4 views. I will say the actual episode 2 is at 1 view, and that 1 view is me, and I went, God damn it, I'm not doing that. It's just something about episode 2 is just
Had to,
too much.
what had to what if I had to cut a lot out?
I'd have to
For
cut out
for
like a third of the podcast, basically. I mean, no,
there's
no,
there's
maybe
not
like a
much
fifth,
left.
but that's still way too much.
Yeah, there was a lot of substance in there that was uh even for Thomas standards not really
I
appropriate.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with me that day, but I was telling like millions of people to kill themselves and saying we needed to like invade countries and commit genocide, and man,
Yeah.
I was on a rampage that day. Just I don't know what that was about.
For legal reasons, it was all jokes, and I did not agree with any of it for further legal reasons. Just putting that out there.
I'm like 90% sure I said in Minecraft after most of it. So I mean that's
Yeah, so that makes everything
fine.
okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in
Makes
Minecraft is
everything
legally
okay.
binding. So
Like you go to court over it. Like, Your Honor, in my defense, I did say in Minecraft.
yeah,
It just gets you
exactly.
off the hook for all your hate speech.
No, it really does. Like
That's
if
that's
I
how it works.
say, like if I were to say, um, I mean we're only 3 minutes in, so I can't say the word. If we were to say, remove all of um the non goyim, if you're religiously versed, you'll know what that means. Uh, and then I said in Minecraft, we would obviously be talking about getting rid of the villagers, you know,
Right.
specifically the Israeli ones. If I just said,
Oh.
remove the non goyams, that would be hate speech. So I wouldn't say that. And not on the show, anyways.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
so remember that for all you law students out there who may be listening to this, first off, if you're in law school, why are you listening to us? But
If
second
you're
of
in
all,
law
just
school, come to us for legal
the
advice.
remember how South Park had the Chewbacca defense? We
Hmm.
have the in Minecraft defense.
Yeah, I mean,
That's gonna be our
in
thing, the
Minecraft
in
is just
Minecraft
it's
defense.
a perfect defense.
Now, what's your opinion on the Chewbacca defense? Do you think that would actually like work?
I don't remember all the details of it, so I can't truly say.
So like in summary, it's like if you're trying to protect somebody in court, right?
Hmm.
Instead of trying to refute or, say the prosecutor is wrong, you're just going to try to confuse, as much of the jury as possible, like a distraction or not really mislead them, but, you're just trying to like basically confuse them. That's the biggest summary of it.
So the Saul Goodman approach.
Right. So, Wikipedia has it comes from an episode of South Park where it satirized the O.J. Simpson trial, particularly attorney Johnny Cochran's closing argument for the defense. In the episode, a fictionalized version bases his argument on the false premise about Return of the Jedi, asking the jury why a Wookiee like Chewbacca would want to live on Endor with much smaller Ewoks. I don't know Star Wars. Sorry if I'm butchering any of this.
I think you got it
When
right.
it does not make sense. Okay, he argues that if Chewbacca living on Endor does not make sense, even in mentioning Chewbacca in this case does not make sense. The jury must acquit. So you're basically
That's
just like stringing them
genius.
along with like unrelated things, but then somehow, some way, trying your best to tie it all together.
So you just bring up like random things that don't make sense, and you're like, this doesn't make sense, right? You see, I'm right about that. And then after like
Yeah.
2 hours of just convincing people that you can't be proven wrong, you're like, so my guy's innocent. And they're like, yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like I'm about to provide major spoilers for Breaking Bad. So like for any listener, skip ahead
I
probably like
love Breaking
20 or
Bad.
30 seconds to avoid. So you're in court for like hate speech, or you drove your car through a parade of citizens, whatever. It's like imagine you're in there like that. I feel like the best version of that for Breaking Bad would be like, Your Honor, like why would Walter White leave his book on the toilet when he knows he's gonna have company over if it doesn't make sense? Much like prosecuting this fine citizen here makes no sense. Something like that. Or why would he continue to cook crystal meth after he's made enough to treat his cancer? That don't make sense,
Yeah, man,
right?
you just made me think of something really interesting. If, say, Walter White did go to trial, like, immediately after Hank found the book, I think if he had
Right.
Saul there, he maybe could have used that as an excuse. Like, why would my client have a book admitting guilt, so to speak? I mean, not really. He just had to make the
Yeah.
connection. But like right where, his DEA brother-in-law, that's the lead of this operation, could see it. Clearly, his brother is fed up with, not knowing who's making this blue stuff and just planted his brother. Man, that could have been like a good defense, and Walt could have like got out of it and then like made more meth.
For anybody just joining us, that is totally how the show ends, and we just saved you about 60 hours of your life. Even I'm not saying it's a bad
Man,
waste of time. I'm just saying we just saved you. That's how it ends.
hold
And then
on.
they start breaking bad all over the place in the courtroom.
You know what? I bet I could summarize the 60 hours of Breaking Bad in 60 seconds.
Jesse, we need to cook.
No, alright. Walter White finds out that he has lung cancer, decides he needs to cook meth. While he's on a DEA sting operation with his brother, he witnesses an old student of his, Jesse Pinkman, falling off the roof of the building that he was just cooking meth in. He manages to escape the cops. Walter goes to Jesse, says he wants to cook meth. They cook a lot of meth. They meet a gangster named Tuco who kills a lot of people, but then he buys their meth and then they're scared of him. So they kill him after he kidnaps them and takes them to Mexico. After coming back, they cook even more meth without anywhere to sell it. They go to a guy called Saul Goodman. Saul Goodman says, "Hey, I know a black guy that sells fried chicken. Do you want to sell meth to him?" They sell all the meth to him. Then they cook meth for him for a couple of years. And eventually, that partnership kind of goes bad. They kill him, get out of it, and then what is it? Walter eventually sells Jesse to some neo Nazis who keep him hostage and make him cook meth. and then Walter frees him, and he drives away in an El Camino, and Walter gets shot and dies. That was exactly 60 seconds. I was watching the timer.
Bravo, Vince. He's a genius.
Yeah.
That's all the Reddit comments on Breaking Bad are like Bravo, Vince. And
Or
whenever
Kid
it's something
Named Finger.
satirical, at least.
I don't really get the
It's
Kid Named
like
Finger one,
I
but
don't understand. I don't.
I
I
think
think
it
it comes
was.
from like the
Yeah.
okay. Do you know like the trend of like literal name memes? It's like
Yeah.
okay, class, today we're gonna blank. So it comes from when I think at least where it comes from. Today we're gonna finger paint, and instead of kid named Paint, it says kid named Finger.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think
It's
that
like
is what it's from.
so
Yeah.
it's like so it's like a wrong name meme, or I guess
It's a
okay,
wrong name,
literal
wrong name meme,
name meme
maybe.
gone wrong.
Yeah. It doubled up on the
Literal
meme.
name meme gone wrong. So it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, negative. Yeah, a literal name gone wrong.
Landy boy, I gotta ask you a question while we're this early into the show. And by early, I don't mean time,
All
I
right.
mean episode wise. Alright? We're on
Okay.
episode 6 now. And I know you've been a straight and
Correct.
narrow sober boy your whole life. If by some
I
chance you
have.
make it to episode 420, which is like 5 years from now, would you be
All right.
down to do a hot box episode where we just sit in one of my cars? Because I'll probably have like 30 by then. And we'll just smoke a bunch of weed and hotbox a car for 3 hours.
I might take like a brownie, something leading
All
up
right,
to
all
that.
right.
Like episode like 210. If we get like halfway to 420, I might experiment with like a brownie or some gummy bears or something,
Okay,
just see what it does for me.
I'm gonna hold you to that, but
And 420 would be a special.
yeah, all right, I'm gonna hold you to that. But let me tell you, edibles for your first time is a huge mistake, and almost every first timer makes it. When you
I mean,
eat
like
an
I've never been high.
okay, here's the thing. When you smoke a joint, you get 80 to 90% of the THC that is in that smoke, right? When
Okay.
but when it's absorbed into your bloodstream. I forget the exact bioavailability of it, and of course it changes by person. You get, maybe 60% of it. When you eat an edible,
Okay.
you get almost 100% of it. Not only that, but when it gets metabolized in your liver, it affects you almost 5 times stronger than it would if you had smoked it. So, if
Mm.
you smoked an entire joint or ate an edible with all the weed that was in that joint, the edible would feel almost 5 times stronger. So it would be way better
Oh,
for you
okay.
to just take a couple puffs off a joint every now and then and just kind of stay mellowed out as opposed to eating an edible and then getting a massive rush of smoking 5 whole joints at one time and then just being blasted off into the moon.
Mm. So, like in the straightest possible simple terms. Okay, what is that whole high experience like for anybody unexperienced like myself? I should say a virgin
You know what?
to
I'll tell you right
marijuana.
now. I'll take a giant hit of weed right now and I'll give you a play-by-play of exactly how I'm feeling, okay? You ready?
Okay, listen, we promised y'all the show's unscripted. Every episode, just trying to fill the dead air right now. You okay? You're taking a big one, Thomas. It's um don't kill yourself. Don't. Oh, got him.
So, I can feel the cannabinoids flowing in my bloodstream coming from my lungs into my spinal cord, and I can feel them tingling in my
Okay.
brain, and it's making my whole head feel like warm and slightly pressurized, and like I can feel where my brain is inside of my head. And I
Is that
just
supposed to happen?
yeah, and I I just feel good. I feel happy. I feel calm. I feel very high.
Okay. I I'm just gonna go with that and try to understand that as been worded.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Kind of like you have to be there to understand it type of thing.
Exactly, exactly. Like I could tell you like vivid details of something I've seen on psychedelics,
Right.
but it won't make sense. Like I could give you the most vivid description, and you can imagine 1/10 of what it actually looked like because my description
Oh
can
boy.
only describe 1/10 of what it actually looked like. It's
Okay, I see. I see.
it's one of those things like you just got to
It's
do
like
it and see it and just be like, oh shit, okay, that's what
right.
that looks like.
And then end up like half the other employees at our place of work.
Do you want to do mushrooms or ride roller coasters?
Listen, I is mushrooms like something you just get into, or just like work your
Yeah.
way up, something like that.
No, you just like one day
I,
you're
I
like, you know what, I want to try mushrooms, and you eat some, and then you start tripping, and you're like, oh, that's cool. Or you
I
have a
don't
terrible time
even
and you
like I
never
don't know
do it
what
again.
I don't know what any kind of anything does. So I can't really speak from experience. That's more your role. I'm kind of playing
Yeah.
like
So
like
as
old
the
comedy duos have like a double act. You're the
yeah
comedy foil. I'm the straight man.
yeah so as the resident
And what
drug
we're doing here.
user, psychedelics are
Mhm.
such a different realm, and they're all so different from each other that there is no
Mhm.
way to get ready for them. There's no like, oh, if I just take a big enough bong rip and get high enough, I'll be ready to take shrooms. Like, it doesn't work like that. You can't take enough of one thing to be ready for another. You just have to try that next thing and then just see if it's for you or not.
All right. So which one kind of hits you the fastest? I know it's going to be different for every person depending on their
Weed.
yeah, I was gonna say their tolerance, but
So here's the thing. If you let's say you eat some mushrooms or you drink some alcohol or you put a tab of acid on your tongue, whatever, it's got to metabolize and absorb within your body, and that can take an hour or two if you're on an empty stomach. Maybe 30 minutes, but if you've eaten a lot, it could be like 2 or 3 hours. So it's kind of random when it's going to
mm,
kick in, as opposed to something you smoke like weed or DMT or crack or meth. Uh, Not that I have
yeah.
experience with those two necessarily, but um, it kicks in almost instantly. Like weed for me, in the middle of that
Like
hit, I could feel it kicking in before I was even done smoking. Like because my
it's
body's
like it's
just that used to
directly
processing it, and it's such a
like
direct, yeah, it's a direct way into
like
your
directly
bloodstream.
to your it's right took the word right out of my mouth directly to the lungs and bloodstream that way.
I do have to say, snorting stuff is nearly instant though. I've snorted a lot of
So,
MDMA, Molly,
oh,
and man, let me tell you, you just go, right, you sniff it up, and like you have like a couple seconds where you're like, you just feel it in your nose, and you're like, oh, it feels kind of weird, and then like it as it like soaks into all the mucus in your sinuses and like liquefies. You
hmm.
feel like instantly kicking in, and it just gets stronger and stronger for like 45 minutes.
Oh wow. So I the only thing I've ever smoked is Smarties in like elementary school.
Nice.
No, I used to well, we used to do that all the time in like fourth grade. We'd for anybody out of the loop, you like crush up all the Smarties still in the packet. You unravel one end, leave the other one, sort of tight, I guess. You're able to take a big puff from it and just blow out Smartie dust. I've done a little puff puff no pass on a Skittle before, not Skittles, but Smarties.
I don't know why I just remembered one time in high school, someone found a flashlight box in the bathroom, and when we were at
Oh,
lunch, like the principal, the vice principal, the dean, and like some other people would all like stand around this one table in the middle of the lunchroom and like survey everyone. And this guy like walks out with the box and just hands it to the principal. He's like, "Here, I found this." And she's like, "Oh, okay," and just like threw it out.
oh, wow. A principal at a female, I should say. I don't know if it's vice principal or principal, whatever. One of the co-principals at my high school. Since I've graduated, it's been probably a couple months ago, and I graduated over a year ago. Anyway, in the time since I've graduated, apparently something going on where one of the female principals at my high school has been allegedly, I guess, chatting and imaging with one of the girls basketball players who is currently on the roster at said high school. Again, I'm not going to name any names of people or my school just for
So it's a
legal.
lesbian relationship.
I don't like. There were always like thoughts and rumors that said principal was a lesbian. I mean, she herself played basketball uh, at that age and in college, but
Huh.
yeah, yeah, that's
It's
apparently she is. And then she'd been messaging, you know, the terminology I've heard they were straight just like sending news. I don't know who sent first or who started
mhm.
or why it's going on, but principal at my school is probably like late 30s, early 40s. Now, not my school anymore, but where I graduated from was sending pictures with a minor girl who happens to be a student athlete. And you know what's
Legend.
hilarious about that? I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I am pretty sure that said principal is the coach of the women's ball team now at my former high school, and
Legend.
that player is still on the roster.
Legends. Yeah.
That's,
No, that's
I
absolutely
mean, that's
terrible.
I mean, I know we joke around on here and stuff about some pretty controversial stuff, but like even like we can agree that's kind of not good. No bueno.
Yeah, leave the kids alone.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, that's like that's the one thing I won't really make jokes about or find funny when it involves minors. It just a little wholesome moment on our show for the first time ever. Be the only time you'll probably ever see us get wholesome.
Yeah, I guess I'll just hold my tongue
But
on
yeah,
that
that's
one.
oh okay.
I think jokes are
Yeah, so I
jokes, but
just
we'll leave it at that.
yeah. And did you ever have any controversies with any administrators or teachers from your school?
Every
Elementary, high school,
single
whatever.
one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So let all right. I got a conspiracy.
Oh, here we go.
I did perfectly fine in school up until 4th grade. Okay?
Okay.
I still did fine in 4th grade, except for one class. Because I had this teacher, Miss Weigel, okay?
They have fan
This
names.
this fat, ugly, retarded bitch just hated me for no reason. And like I'd see her in the hallway with other teachers. I'd walk by and she'd start talking shit about me to the teachers. And eventually, without a change in how well I was actually performing, all of my grades started going down just inconspicuously. And then all the next year just didn't get good grades despite the fact that I worked fine. They just put in lower scores and I was really getting. All right. This isn't really a conspiracy. This is just literally like mass fraud at my school because of one teacher. And then
Hmm.
when I started high school, I saw her around the high school a lot and like talking to other staff members, and I never heard anything she said. But I just thought it was a little suspicious that I'd see her around there all the time talking to other teachers, and I'm like, she's, probably still talking shit about me. And so through all of high school, like, I think we had 9 periods of the day, right? And one of them was lunch, so you had 8 different teachers you went and saw, and probably 6 out of 8 of them, if I was in their class, had some like predisposed beef with me that I'm pretty sure stemmed from this teacher. And
So just
that
for like no reason.
just no reason, just hated me from day one. And and so all the head faculty there, the principal, vice principal, dean, whoever else up there, like they all hated me just from day one. They just had it out to get me. Like it was like once a week I'd get called into the office and they'd want to like search me, seeing if I got something, or they'd accuse me of doing something that happened that I'd have no idea about.
Right.
And they'd like try to get me in trouble for stuff that I never did, or they'd try to like add details to something I did to make it seem worse, even though like those details didn't happen. And man,
Right.
they I swear, like fucking what was it? Yeah, fourth through 12th grade, like the school system just tried to ruin my life, and I just bared through it.
Another story from my high school. Uh there's the I don't know if she's still teaching, but she was a geometry teacher, right? And there's been reports that allegedly in the past she had, bow chicka wow wow with some students, made whoopee with some students who were underage males.
Yeah.
And a whole like thing came out investigation. She kept her job, by the way. Nothing came of it somehow. I don't know who would lie about that, but yeah, a whole investigation was done about it from the school board. I'm pretty sure she kept her job. Same teacher allegedly kicked her daughter out of the house because the daughter came out to her, and the mom was like, no, we're not having that," and they kicked her out. Not
Well,
not
I
having a
mean,
discussion.
that's a W parenting move.
I mean, like I want grandchildren. I'm gonna say that there.
Yeah.
I would be disappointed. I wouldn't kick them out. I'd be disappointed for a while because again, I want grandchildren. I want to continue my legacy. But if my son or daughter came out to me, I'd be like, "Are you sure?" Yeah, that begs the question. Okay, Thomas, gay son or thought daughter? I've not asked you this before.
Thought daughter, I'm dipping my weight.
What?
You heard me?
Huh?
You heard me? Thought daughter, I'm dipping the wake.
That might be like a top five worst thing you've said on this entire show.
Why?
That's you know, there's a little word. It's 6 letters. It rhymes with best, and I'm pretty sure it's illegal in
Uh,
these great states.
I don't
These
think it's
you know
illegal
these.
to repent.
I'm quite sure that the original act itself, though, is a crime in all 50 of these great United States. Thomas.
I don't think repenting is illegal.
I mean,
If
it's
that's
not,
that's not
but
the
there's
6 letter
there's
word
certain
we're
things you
talking
don't
about.
do.
Huh.
It said it rhymes with best.
Yeah, I know the word you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. It's no good.
It depends what kind of website
So
you run. I mean, if you make a certain type of video,
huh?
I mean, there's
Yeah,
certain hubs and video sites where
yeah.
that's kind of like like the top category.
Right. You ever thought about like how prostitution, you know, by law is illegal, but if you tell the lady of the night that you're going to be recording it, it is technically no longer illegal.
Yeah, or you can, go
You
to
ever thought about
Vegas.
that?
It's totally fine there.
How Vegas is Vegas. It's kind of a given.
Hmm.
Like me being the that I am sports better that I am. I'd love to go to like a live sports casino just get a taste of the real thing. In there with a room of 40 other gamblers all nervous and scared that their bets aren't going to hit, aren't going to make it through, and then just a feeling of pure jubilation, pure ecstasy when you get $5 off of a $4 bet. Pure
Man,
jubilation.
I know I've said this before. If we ever go to a casino together or go into roulette, I'm gonna put $20 down. You're gonna say red or black, and whether I win or
Mhm.
lose, that's gonna be the only bet I ever do. And whether I win or lose, it's your fault.
Okay, I feel like if we ever start doing like unqualified vlogs, that's
Yeah,
one of
we
the things
will.
we got to do is make a unqualified casino vlog.
Oh
Unqualified
yeah.
gamblers. I feel like that'd be a good uh podcast series title, like unqualified blank. Like unqualified gamblers, uh, travelers. I don't know. Just something stupid like that. Something silly.
Do you think if we're ever
Wouldn't you
rich and
agree?
famous, we'll have like our own solo ventures? We do.
I mean, like maybe Joe Rogan has his, and Joe Rogan's probably like the go-to example for all of this. But like,
Yeah, I
look,
mean,
Theo Vaughn's doing his own thing. Who else runs the podcast? Bobby Lee has his own things going on.
well, no, I mean like I'm really into cars, so like if we were, like rich and famous and like this thing was, self-supporting, and I could like buy a couple
Yeah.
cars and work on them and make them like really good for whatever kind of sport I want to do with them, I'd totally make videos out of that and just make my own thing out of
Yeah.
that to do in my free time. Is there like anything like that that you would get up to?
Oh man, that's a good question. I would probably start an entire channel dedicated to sports gambling. I'm playing, by
I,
the way.
I honestly I think you
If
would.
if this was making if this was making enough money, I would buy season tickets to Kentucky basketball or the Atlanta Falcons football or something, and I would run I'd run some sort of page somewhere on the internet covering Kentucky basketball or something, other news. It's some sort of something to do with sports. I love sports.
All right, yeah, I think you'd be good at that. Dude,
I'd buy an original Bob Ross painting. Just let's say I own it. I don't I'm not an art snob. Bob
hmm
Ross died probably it'll be cool to have a Bob Ross painting.
I don't think you can buy a Bob Ross painting. Like I'm pretty sure like 99% of the stuff he ever made is like in a vault somewhere that's like never gonna be opened.
I would buy a Dale Earnhardt piece from a used card to hang up in my dad's garage.
Oh,
Like
that
a
would go
like a
hard.
number plate or a hood or something. I'm
Yeah.
not a big like NASCAR, historian or nothing. I just started watching this past year, but still, Dale Earnhardt,
Would
raise
you
hell, praise
get
Dale.
a 1-to-1 like scale replica of the Ricky Bobby Wonder Bread car?
Oh, absolutely. It had to go with my shake and bake license that I keep in my wallet at
Oh
all
yeah.
times. Listen, if you and me ever get to do like the guest MC at a NASCAR race, like God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start you're into that thing, like Kevin
Yeah.
James did. If we ever get like recruited to do that, just know we are dressing up as Ricky Bobby and Cal Naughton from Talladega Nights.
Oh, for sure.
That is. That's the go-to. That is the greatest racing movie ever made, greatest comedy movie ever made, in my opinion.
Man,
And I will die on the hill.
I'm not gonna let you
Such a quotable
disrespect
movie.
Fast and Furious like that.
Hey,
You
Fast and Furious used to be a movie series about racing, but now it's a movie series about like international spy plots and
okay,
hot
okay.
women
The first
and
Fast and
like
Furious is the greatest
heist.
racing movie ever made, and I'm not gonna back down from that.
How did it go from like, oh yeah, we're cool people, we drive our cars really fast, it's a racing movie, street cars, you know, racing and all that, to okay, the daughter of the president of some
I'll tell
European
you
country
exactly
is
how.
being held captive, and we have to go save her, and also bomb this country's capital for whatever reason, and commit a bank heist, all in the span of 2 hours.
I'll tell you exactly how. See, um, oh god, Paul Walker. I almost called him Paul Blart. I couldn't think of his last name for a second there. Uh, yeah, Paul Walker. Right, he plays an undercover cop, and he's trying to break up this like street racing gang that's like stealing VHS units out of semi trucks. And
Right.
he eventually falls in with the street racers and becomes like part of their crew. And then the cops are now after him, and it gets to the point where he's like stealing cars and stuff. Eventually getting up to like a Ford GT and like some other like $500,000 cars, which
Yeah.
is really expensive for like the 2000s. And then they're building badass cars and like stealing vaults and doing all sorts of crazy heists and stuff to get money to buy more car parts and like eventually they literally like have the government after them, and then the government like offers them a deal and is like, hey, you've been evading us for so long. How about like you put this talent to good use? We'll pay you to do some cool stuff. In comes Fast and Furious 6. They have to go to Dubai and steal a Lycan and then like do some other stuff and break up some corporate stuff. And I forget exactly what the plot is. And then it just kept going up and up and up from there, and it got really stupid. But the first five movies plus Tokyo Drift are like actually the greatest racing movies ever made.
You know why Paul Walker is such a bad friend to have on Xbox?
Cause he's always on the dashboard.
Yeah, okay, you heard it, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that would be a good joke to bust down for the occasion.
it is.
Yeah, I did not know you'd heard that. I mean, it's kind of an old one, but
It's a classic one.
just like what's Osama bin Laden's favorite football team?
I have not heard that one actually.
Yeah, what is Osama bin Laden's favorite sports team?
I don't know. It's Boston
The
Bombers.
New York Jets.
Oh,
No, the New York
yeah,
Jets.
that's a good one.
That's a real team, by the way, for those out
Yeah,
of the loop of NFL.
is that what OJ played on?
I can't. He played for the Buffalo Bills.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what I don't know what a bill is, but their mascot is a buffalo. And I know it's named after the Native American chief, but or whoever Buffalo Bill is, something Native American-y.
yeah. Man, Native Americans always got the
Okay,
coolest
Buffalo
names.
Bill was a soldier. He was a soldier. My bad. Before any historians get mad, he was a soldier who happened to live from 1846 to 1917. So like, where did I get the Native American thing from?
I don't know, but it made sense,
Anyway,
honestly. I mean, Native Americans always got the
he,
coolest names, Like, you never meet like a Native American named like Bartholomew. They're always named like Painted Sky or Southern Rainbow or Eagle Flies or whatever. Like, they always got some kind of cool ass name.
there's uh, there's this chick. She's Native American. She's been running for. I think she ran for president like 2016, 2020.
Not a
It's
real
just
American.
old. She's in her 70s. She's Native American. You
Not
know
a
what her
real
name
American.
is? Faith Spotted Eagle.
Yeah,
That's a cool. You know, like or they're just like the Native American chiefs had the coolest names. I don't know how they became chiefs. Were they like voted in? Was it like a legacy thing?
I think it's like an
Have
age
you ever thought
thing,
of
plus like whoever's just kind of superior in the group.
that? So it's kind of like a reverse of the, not really reverse, but it's kind of like not what the popes are, where the popes are voted in.
I mean, I'm sure it's different
But I
for
don't
each
want to think
tribe.
of pope.
I don't know how it works. I'm no Native American expert.
Now by the way, the pope had. Why are the popes always so old when they put them in? Like we wonder why they've had like Pope, John the 48th or whatever they're on. You know, and it's because
It's because they've been
they
spending
elect them when
way
they're
too
like
much time
70 years
diddling kids in the
old.
clergy.
Hey, Pope Francis was born in 1936. Okay, he wasn't made Pope until 2013.
Bro was
Okay, that
born
is,
before World War II. That's crazy.
and he didn't get made Pope until about 11 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know why they elect popes so like old. It's honestly like
Just think,
mind-boggling to me.
I
Okay, so
mean,
and a lot of the
I think
time,
the Democrats should run Biden in 2028. Like he's not gonna be that old.
I'll run Jimmy Carter one more time. He only served 4 years the first time.
Dude, fucking let's get Abe Lincoln in again.
I mean, like get Washington. Why not?
Yeah. Nah,
Like
dude,
Robert E.
get
Lee.
one of the pre-congressional presidents like before Washington. Yeah, like how Washington's technically like the 10th or 12th president. Like, one of the guys before
I
him.
I mean like sure.
Well, I
And
mean
I
he
don't
was
know any of their names, but
yeah, I mean Washington was the first one we voted in whatever kind of rough voting system we had, but there was a lot of presidents before that were basically guys that were like, "Hey, I'm the president," and everyone was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I guess," and they didn't really do much, and then George Washington came in and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do shit now."
I mean, I'm pretty sure Washington ran unopposed. So it's like if you didn't like him, you were screwed for the next 8 years.
Yeah, it's also just crazy to think that he was definitely like retarded.
I'm I mean, for the time, maybe.
No, like I'm pretty sure he had actually some kind of defect.
You know that like Washington didn't know dinosaurs existed because he died in like 1799, and the
Dinosaurs
first
never
dinosaur fossils
existed.
weren't discovered.
Oh, that's another conspiracy
But
I believe in. I
the
don't
first
believe in
fossils
dinosaurs.
weren't. The first dinosaur fossil was not discovered until 1813.
I don't believe in
So
dinosaurs.
Washington was unaware of the potential existence of dinosaurs.
I don't believe in dinosaurs.
I'm gonna say I do, but
You ever seen a dinosaur before?
I've seen the reconstructed fossils of one.
Oh yeah, were they the real bones?
More than likely.
See, that's the
I'm going to say
thing.
I.
When these archaeologists go out, they don't really find more than like two or three bones in one area. It's really rare that they find even like half a skeleton that's not like a tiny fossil on the ocean floor. So like,
Right.
they find like a couple
Making
bones
still.
here, a couple bones there, and they kind of just piece them together until it kind of looks like something, and then they pretended it existed. I don't doubt that there was other creatures here 65 million years ago or whatever. They weren't dinosaurs though, not like we
Right.
think they are. They're not even close, man.
Like chickens and alligators evolved from dinosaurs. Alligators
I
at least
dude,
kind of
no, no,
look
no, hold on, hold on.
sort of similar, like an extra tiny version of a dinosaur.
Let me continue with my theory real quick. We've noticed that over the last like 1,000 years or so, natural animals have gotten smaller. Of course, the ones you raise on farms have gotten bigger because of steroids and GMOs and whatever. But in nature, animals have been getting smaller for as long as we've been recording the size of animals, and we have thousands and thousands of sources to cite that. Uh, even like there's I forget the museum is the Smithsonian, I think. They have a vault of collections of dead animals that have been preserved that go back like 100 years or whatever, and you can see the animals get smaller. So it's very possible that over 65 million years, animals just got a lot smaller. Like maybe we didn't have dinosaurs. Maybe we had giant chickens and giant foxes and giant whatever else's and not dinosaurs. I think that's far more likely.
It's like the only thing that gets me about dinosaurs, right, is like like again, I'm saying like I am a believer in Christ. I'm just gonna keep putting it out there.
Jesus Christ did
So
not
the
believe
only
in
thing,
dinosaurs.
so the one I'm gonna go out here and say is like, if God created the earth, He created man, He created animal, lot, earth, all that in 7 days, and then humanity just carried on from there. Where were the dinosaurs? That's like the biggest thing I'd have. Like I believe they found fossils and stuff. Like the biggest evidence I would have against it is like where where would dinosaurs fall in place of the biblical history?
Yeah, that's the thing with the Bible is you gotta
Because
like.
because I know that dinosaurs, these big dinosaurs the size of a two-story house, were just walking with your average chicken or wolf or hippopotamus or whatever other animals were created during the first week.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like where? And then if so, how did they get wiped out by the asteroid, but none of the other millions of animals that would have been on Earth or people that would have been on Earth?
see, that's
Also,
that's exactly what I
if an
think.
asteroid hit the Earth, if an asteroid hit the Earth back then, how would every person have not died? So I
And the fact
see
that
that's what like
this asteroid was big
I
enough to wipe out just the dinosaurs, right?
right
But there's no crater
conveniently
anywhere.
right
Like where's that
conveniently
at?
leave all human life alive.
Yeah. It was like, oh, we were in like a cave somewhere and there was like 7 of us. We just had an orgy for a couple of years and then shit worked. Like, I don't really believe that.
Again, like one of the things said in the Bible, was like, um, it's not gonna ever, God's not ever gonna end the earth by fire or ask. I mean, he's not gonna end it by water again. He would only ever end it by fire or asteroid or blah 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 blah. Right? And that's I'm pretty sure that's reserved for the actual end is when it gets hit by fire. So how from a biblical standpoint would it make sense for another asteroid to hit conveniently, but again, not take out anybody except the dinosaur? I might be rambling here, but
No, I think that makes
it made
sense.
sense in my head. It made more sense in my head.
Yeah, I don't believe in dinosaurs, man. It's just, I feel like there's just way too much evidence
Having a
against
whole
them
debate
and
on
not enough for
dinosaurs
them.
existed or not. I mean, there is it's a lot of evidence against them. So, a lot of evidence against it. Give me a treat. Okay, all right, sorry, I had to go on mute for a second. Tommy boy,
Oh, oh, yeah, it's
got some
fine.
food I'm gonna dig into.
You
Right.
know,
So
I gotta be honest with you, Landy
I
boy.
mean,
You did
yeah,
not go on mute at all.
I did not. I mean, I was talking about parents. I just
Yeah, I heard you
got
say that.
some Mexicans.
Yeah, I heard you tell him
Okay,
that you don't think
bro,
dinosaurs
these are the
exist.
shortest These are the shortest chimichangas I've ever seen. Now, I wish you could see like. See, I'm about to
You
do a
can send
picture
me,
here in a second.
yeah, you can send me a picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna, for those of you at home, you won't get to see these absolute chongas right here. I'm gonna call them. They're usually like a full not a mini tortilla, but like,
Chimichangas.
oh, that one works. That one works. I'll send you a picture of.
What
I
the?
mean, like, those are.
Dude, why does that
I
one on the
mean,
right have
okay.
a like? Who busted on that one?
I don't, I don't know. And they have my lettuce and rice. Apparently, I got lettuce. I thought I only asked for, chimichanga and rice, but apparently I got lettuce too. It's in an entirely separate container.
Well, yeah, clearly it's not on your. I mean, can you even
And see,
call
it's a
that a
bit weird. It's usually
chimichanga?
all
Really?
together.
Like that's like a hand-sized
That's
burrito.
that's not what I would typically call a chimichanga. No.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not even kidding. Someone busted a nut on the right one. Like,
It's it
it's
looks a
just
little interesting.
it's straight creamed on. I mean, I might be able to throw in a
It's
picture of it,
yeah,
yeah, into the show here. We'll see if I can do that.
it's be eaten with plastic silver. So if I do end up eating stuff real, I'll be actually muted. I'll be trying to eat in between my rants and your rants.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Gotten,
start one right now if you want to take some bites.
yeah, I'm gonna dig into this fat chimichanga right here.
All right, so I guess I'll break into my folder here. I started a folder in my notes
Boy,
app called podcast topics, and basically I have a lot of stuff in here. It's just like one line about the thought, and then I know that I can just pick up from it and ramble on about what I currently think about it. I have one that I think this is a genius idea. I think this is something we should bring to market. I call it the Coke Pocket shirt. All
oh,
right. So imagine, right? You're addicted to cocaine. Or sorry, not addicted. You can quit anytime you want. Who am I kidding? Let's say you're a casual cocaine user, right? On the collar of your shirt, like right under where your nose would be, right? I'll make a little pocket that can hold a little bit of coke, right? And it'll just be discreet enough that it's not gonna show on the outside of the shirt or anything. Whenever you need, you can just like pretend you're like wiping your nose with the inside of your shirt and just do a little, and just get your re-up when you
ooh.
need it. I think that's a really good idea. I think that would be something good to bring to market for all the casual coke heads out there. Big money opportunity.
You said when you said Coke, I thought you were referring to Coca-Cola, and I was about to ask if there would be room for
No,
the triple Coke.
no, different
Would you
kind,
mind
different kind. See,
would you
here's the
mind telling
thing.
the audience about the fabled triple Coke?
I'll tell them after I'm done describing my shirts. I have a couple designs that I'd like to put on there. I want to have one that's just a very small printed white text across the front or black, depending on the color of the shirt, that just says, I don't do cocaine. I want to have another one that has like big, like painted looking letters on it, just across like the whole front of the shirt, that just in all capitals says, I do coke. Just put it out there to the world.
Is
They're
it gonna
not gonna
be
have
like a
they're gonna have no idea that there's literally cocaine in the collar of your shirt. Um,
is it gonna be like a left Twix versus right Twix type of thing?
well, we'll have like just like plain colored or black T-shirts, whatever. And then we'll have like the ones with
I'm
the
gonna say like
designs. We'll have
like
ones that are for cocaine and against cocaine, but no matter which one you're wearing, you got the coke pocket in your shirt. I think it's a good idea. I
how
really think we should bring it to
uh
market.
no Twix is like try both and pick a side. It'll be like that sort of thing. You
Yeah.
pick a side of which one you want.
Hold on. Of the four Twix, which one is your favorite?
Of the what? The
You got
four?
left, 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 right. right left, and right right.
Uh, right, left.
Man, I'm a big
I just like Twix in general.
I'm a big left left guy as far as Twix go.
Uh, it's like the by the way, can we talk about how like legendary that marketing campaign was with the two Twix factories? Like that stuff is still engraved in my memory to this day.
Yeah, yeah, that was
But
a good one.
how they went into business together.
Yeah,
I still
I
don't know if
like
there
that.
is a difference between left and right, but
No, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
like uh, candy bar marketing in like the 2010s was at its all-time peak. Like the sorry, I was eating the Milky Way. That was a good one.
Or the what would you do
M
for a
and M's,
Klondike bar? Yeah, like the fat guy
M and
busts
M's always
down
have good
doing like
ads.
disco.
Yeah, bro. Like M and M's, I just want to put that out there. M and M's used
Oh,
to have a chocolate bar where it's like chocolate bar with M and M's baked into it,
you're
and that was quite literally one of the greatest things ever.
you're you were born in what, '05, right?
What?
You were born in what, '05, right?
Yes, '05.
Okay, you might be old enough to remember this. Do you remember the glass shard ice cream?
No, I've never heard of that.
So it okay, it was not a real product, but it was a gag ad that they were running on TV for a while on like some of the bigger
Hmm.
channels like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and stuff. And it was like I don't know, just like like ice cream pops on like a stick, but it had like shards of glass in it, and it was like for adults only or
Oh,
something. It was a really stupid ad, but
okay.
I was like, I had to be like 5 or 6 when I saw it, and I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, why would they make something like that? People are gonna like cut their tongues open. I didn't understand that it like
Not don't worry about
was
their
clearly
throat.
not a real thing. And the worst part is, at one of the grocery stores close to my house, they had fake boxes of it in one of the freezers as like another gag ad. I was like, what the hell? They actually have it? And I like picked up a box and I was like, it's empty. What the hell?
Oh man, this might be like a couple years after your, generation of Cartoon Network. But do you remember Incredible Crew?
No.
Okay, so it's I don't want to. Trying to think. It's like these skits for children, but it's annoying or weird in the way that mid 2010s Cartoon Network was weird. It had like a lot of like weird songs and animated segments and live action stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna. It had like some pretty famous people for the era on there. Nick Cannon was an announcer. Had Jeremy Shada on it, and he's the only recognizable name. But
Man, Cartoon
yes,
Network in the
I'm pretty sure he's
2000s
the one that
was
was
way
the
better.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that he was the voice of Finn or someone from Adventure Time, but he was on Incredible Crew around that time.
You ever seen Blue's House of Imaginary Friends?
Man, yes, like that's
Fantastic show.
like that's up there
Classic.
with like Fairly Odd Parents on Nick, and then
Oh yeah.
My Gym Partner is a Monkey. My Gym Partner is a Monkey
Never
was
seen
another
that.
one.
Oh, you ever seen
If it's on
Total
the
Drama
picture, you might
Island?
recognize it. Oh my! When I was like 10, 11 years old, I would binge watch every single Total Drama series on like Netflix or
Same,
pirated
same.
version
I'd
on
wake up
YouTube.
and I'd watch like 3 or 4 episodes before school.
It was like literally one of the most groundbreaking ideas for a show. Like, have you ever seen any other animated reality shows?
No, and I've never seen one.
No,
I've never
no.
seen a show that does what that show does.
It like took an idea that was so easy to like imitate and mock how ridiculous it is, and executed it perfectly.
Yeah,
And
and
Chris,
like,
Chris, by the way, is one of the greatest hosts in TV history, real or fake.
oh yeah, and I mean, not only was the show itself like animated so well and it just looked amazing, but like the voice acting. Every single character was so perfectly voiced. They sounded just
I
exactly like their character looked. It was a 10 out of 10 show. And
To
dude,
this
and
day I can
Ezekiel
still
slowly
hear
turning into a
Owen's voice
zombie
in my
throughout
head.
all the seasons.
To this day I can still hear Owen's voice in my head. I
Oh
still
my
remember
god,
exactly what
dude.
Owen.
Owen
Like
and
Owen was
Duncan
my
are my
favorite
favorite characters.
specifically. Bro, Owen and what's her name? Izzy were probably like I don't
Oh,
know if they were ever made an official couple, but like the show romance that they had.
yeah.
Man,
Man,
that's
I don't know about you, but
little
like,
little 10-year-old me was eating it up.
yeah, a little like I don't know, 7, 8 year old me was all about Gwen. I was like, man, I love goth girls.
That's like I have a special place in my heart for God Girls. They're not my like biggest type I'm into, but like Gwen from Total Drama will always be the one that kickstarted that
Oh
special
yeah,
love.
oh yeah, for sure. It started a whole generation of fetishes with that one character.
Yeah.
She's like,
A 4'11" chick with
man,
green highlights and fishnets.
I don't.
It's not like they really had like every type of stereotype for like teens in the 2000s.
Yeah, they had the
Fat
fat
dumb
black
one,
chick.
the
I
popular
mean,
chick, yeah, the
dude, Chef
Lashana or
had to
whatever her name
be
was,
like one
Lashana.
of the best characters. I love
Like
Chef.
I don't know if he's technically a villain. I don't know if he's technically a villain, but he's still one of the best non good characters ever. As
Yeah.
in, his intentions.
Man, what?
Like if that show were real, by the way, I'd love to see the lawsuits that would come from that.
Wasn't there an episode where Chris challenged him to see who could stay awake the longest, and Duncan painted his eyelids to look like his eyes, and he was just sleeping standing up?
Remember that one time they got an entire season that mimicked the ridiculous race or whatever it's called. The Amazing Race is what the real show is. They called the real show like the Redonkulous Race, and they had like all new characters, but that included a new host. Did you
No,
ever
it was the
see that
same
one?
host.
No, no. Redonkulous Race was an entirely different host, like a kind of brunette dude, whatever. He's
What?
yeah, yeah. I'm looking at it. It's a Redonkulous Race with a different host. I'll drop you the link.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
That right there is not Chris McLean.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, it was like a whole spin-off show. I forgot. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because through
Now,
all the seasons of the main show, they
World
didn't.
Tour is one of my
Yeah,
favorites. Remember Total Drama World Tour?
I do. Yeah, that was a good one.
The World Tour action was my favorite. I'm pretty sure they brought it back and making a new season at some point in the past couple years or next few years.
That's potentially exciting. Hopefully they don't ruin it.
Will always and forever love Total Drama. I know they're making a new Phineas and Ferb, by the way. I'll put that out
Oh,
there.
what? No. That's terrible.
But it's not a spin-off, it's a continuation.
If But it's not going to
So
be
it's
the
like kind
same.
of I guess picking up. And so it aired this year. It came back in 2023. They've guess made two different seasons of Total Drama.
Huh. Well, I
So I don't know who
unfortunately don't
the
plan on
characters
watching them.
are. I don't know where you do watch it, but I'm past that age now. I'm an adult now, technically.
Yeah, I watch big boy
So
shows now, like Breaking Bad and The Sopranos. So,
What
you
about
know.
BoJack Horseman? I will use any opportunity to talk about BoJack Horseman.
Man, listen, you gotta watch Wilhelm.
And watch what?
Wilhelm. I think that's what it's called.
What's
Uh,
it? Hey,
wait,
like the
wait,
Wilhelm scream or whatever. Is that
wait.
what
No,
it's
no,
called?
no. Hold on. Let me find the name of it. Man, I was telling you to watch it after BoJack Horseman. Wilfred. That's it, Wilfred.
Wilfred.
You gotta watch Wilfred, man. It's like BoJack Horseman if it was live action.
Okay.
I mean, like watch
Yeah,
that
I'm
like
looking at the
tonight.
images.
Like watch that like tonight after the show.
I may indeed have to watching that.
Yeah,
Elijah Wood in it.
it falls in like hand in hand with BoJack Horseman and like the kind of show it is. I think you'll honestly fall in love with it.
I want to say real quick, see, watching like uh, I watched BoJack Horseman like multiple times all the way through before I even started Breaking Bad because Breaking Bad till summer before my senior year. But like hearing Aaron Paul as stupid, happy-go-lucky Jesse. I mean, not Jesse, but what's it, crap, Todd. And then hearing him as like serious, but also still stupid Jesse is really a mind-boggling experience. It's two totally different characters, but he just uses his natural voice for them both.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think he plays the same kind of characters a lot too. Like even in Need for Speed, he was still like I don't know, he just plays that like kind of guy he does. I guess it's hard to
He
describe him.
goes on. Uh, it's a really old video where Aaron Paul's on Price is Right.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Like a really, really nerdy young dude at the time. Never would have thought that he would be
We may have just lost Landy Boy. That's all right. We'll,
no,
we'll,
I'm
we'll
just
wait for him.
I'm
Oh,
just eating.
hello, Landy Boy. Okay. Do you
I
want
had
me to
like half a
start talking
chimichanga in
soup?
my mouth.
Okay. I tell you what. I'll talk about something, and you can finish
You
your
let me take a drink.
chimichanga.
I will finish the first one, and then I'll be able to go for round two in a couple
Yeah,
minutes. I
yeah.
need to
Take
let
your
this
time.
first one settle. I'll let you speak about whatever.
So I was thinking I'd talk about the Stellantis CEO. I forget what his fucking name is, but it's not important. So that fucking loser, right? He got kicked out of his own company. I mean, how sad is that when your own company's like, bro, you've been messing stuff up. You got a GTFO. Basically, it seemed like he was the only person at the company who was actually pushing for electric vehicles and who specifically wanted to discontinue the Hemi V8. You know, like the most legendary engine of all time, next to like the 5.0 and the LS. So basically, the company was like, hey man, you gotta go. That's it. You're out. And I think that means that internal combustion engines have just been saved. I think we're going to have gas engines for a whole lot longer. And I think all the companies that are under his belt, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, Fiat, uh, fuck it, dude, what else is Lancia, Renault, like for almost every major brand you can think of. I think Land Rover and Jaguar in there. But all these brands are finally going to be able to make the cars they want to make again. And they're not going to be held back by some dude's stupid artificial restrictions. They're not going to be pushed to make electric vehicles only by 2028. this is only a net positive. I feel like as long as they put the right person in that position to take over Stellantis.
What is your opinion on the Jaguar brand redesign
Horrible. It's the
that
worst
came out
thing that.
about a month or so ago?
Well, so they said they were changing up the look and appeal of their brand as they move forward into electrification. Now that they're probably not going to be bound to that, I think they're immediately going to drop the rebrand, go to the same thing they've been using for the last 75 years or whatever, and just keep making badass cars that break down after 3,000 miles.
Mm.
I mean, Jaguars have
They
to
need to
be
get the
they have to be some of the most fun cars to drive brand new and some of the most relieving cars to get out of your possession when they break down.
That's cannot speak from experience. I've never been anywhere near a Jaguar,
Yeah, so
as
you
far as
know,
far as my knowledge.
so yeah, I was gonna talk about Luigi Mangione on this podcast, probably a conspiracy I had about him, but I just found out another detail about him that while I was researching him to to add to my list of stuff. His lawyer is married to P Diddy's lawyer.
Really?
Yeah. Do you think P Diddy
Oh, okay.
paid
Didn't know
Luigi
that.
Mangione to kill the United Healthcare CEO? Do you think the United Healthcare CEO is
That's
the whistleblower on the Diddy parties and that's why that happened?
because you got me. He's a person of influence. He might have been going to the parties.
Yeah, what if he was there?
Ooh,
Man, that's crazy.
that's you may have just like unearthed something there. That makes
Man,
sense. I
that's
could. Oh,
that's something.
wow.
That's different than my normal theory.
I
See, my theory about him
This
was
one I
that
actually see making sense.
my theory was that maybe he did plan to get caught eventually, and that's why he was carrying all the evidence with him to make it easier. And then he was gonna like wait for his
Right.
trial day to drop like 100-page expose on United Healthcare and just be like the ultimate public
Ooh.
whistleblower in a format where it has to be publicly available to like just drop all the details of like everyone they've ever fucked over and exactly how they did it and break down exactly how their illegal
Ooh.
whatever stuff is going down where they're denying billions or not billions but they're denying tens of thousands claims like every day and like I feel like maybe he's trying to use this as like a retribution because he had a spinal injury, I'm gonna call it. I don't know all the details around it or exactly what's wrong with him, but he had something wrong with his spine. And he went to get it treated. And the thing with United Healthcare, unlike other medical insurance companies, is like, let's say you got
Right.
like Blue Cross Blue Shield, right? And you break your spine and you go to the
Mm-hmm.
hospital. You say, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. They go, okay, let me put that in. They put it in. They go, okay, they're gonna cover this much. You got to cover the rest. They almost always cover something, maybe half of it, maybe a little more. It depends what it is, or if you're paying into it or not. But United Healthcare, if you got them, you go to them and be like, "Hey, I broke my spine. I'm at the hospital. Can you, like, please pay for this and get me a specialist and whatever?" And they're gonna go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're at the hospital? Okay, okay. First of all, if we're gonna cover you, leave. All right, all right. There's this guy all the way across the country. Go talk to him. He's gonna give you a consultation. If he says you're good for surgery, we'll find you another guy in a completely different remote part of the country and they'll do the surgeries. Like they make you check these like extraordinary boxes that you'd never be able to check. And then even if you do it, they'd be like,
Mm.
well, we got this reason and that reason, and we just can't do it. We're just not going to be able to cover your surgery. You're just going to have to do this out of pocket. and so they're screwing over like billions of
Right.
people unless they know they can make a profit off whatever they're doing with you. So they've just been profiting billions and billions and billions of dollars and denying almost every single person that gives them money any kind of health care. Uh, yeah, it's really scummy, and I feel like maybe he got fucked over with that. So he's like, "All right, I'm gonna kill this dude. If I get caught, I'm gonna use it as the largest expose in the world. I'm gonna expose everything that's wrong with this guy." I think there's a huge plan behind this.
I saw a post on Instagram earlier saying that with Luigi and Diddy both getting in trouble, that it's been a rough year for Nintendo's marketing department. And then, a photo of Luigi and Diddy Kong.
Oh,
I just thought it was something funny.
that's pretty good.
And
Yeah,
then since you've managed to bring both of those up within a short span, I think I can mention that.
yeah. No, that was pretty good.
And I don't know who posted it, but they cooked. They did a very very good job connecting that.
They in fact did. Now,
I mean,
I
what's your favorite Mario game? I guess I'd make it lighthearted.
man,
Or did you have something else to say?
so here's the thing. I've only played the first Mario game, the first Mario Bros. On
Hmm.
the first Nintendo, because I'm not
Really?
a Nintendo guy. I own a Wii. I actually have Mario Kart Wii. I guess technically that's my favorite Mario game, but that's not like a Mario game. That's Mario Kart. You know, it's yeah. I'd say Mario Kart's my favorite, but I mean, as far as like traditional Mario, the first one, because that's the only one I've played.
So for
No, no,
me,
no,
I
wait,
was
wait,
like,
wait,
I had
wait,
a
wait,
DS
wait.
from the time I was like,
I had I see. I had the original NES, and then my dad had a Super Nintendo, and he had the Super Mario on that, and I played that. That was actually a lot of fun. I like that one a lot. I'm gonna pick that one.
all right. It's like I had a Nintendo when I was like 4 or 5 years old, probably, right? And I still have a Nintendo DSi that I got after my original DS broke. Anyway, so I've had the Nintendo DSi for like probably 14 or 15 years at this point. Like trying to probably closer to like 12. And it still works. It still works. It still holds charge to this day. And I have two Mario games that I probably have over 1,000 hours each in, right? The time I was like 5 years old. That is Mario Party DS and Mario Hoops 3 on 3, Mario Basketball, basically. Those are two of the greatest games that I've ever played. I'm not even joking.
I
Mario Party
thought Paper
DS, for
Mario.
as simple as it is.
I thought Paper Mario would have
But
been in
man,
there.
what? I mean, I've never played Paper Mario.
So I just remembered I have had
Now,
two other Nintendo consoles. I had the original Game Boy, and I had a Ren and Stimpy game for it, and I had a Game Boy Advance SP, which was the really tiny version of it, and I had a
uh-huh.
four-wheeling game for it, and I had the Tasmanian Tiger 3 for it, which is like probably my favorite handheld game of all time.
I also played Mario Odyssey on the Switch, and that was quite good. But no, it took me a long time to get through. It's not a bad game though. It's a really good game. I just enjoy Mario Party more because I grew up on it.
Yeah, man, I'm starting looking on eBay right now actually. I really miss having a PSP. I had one as a kid, and my mom kind of made me sell it. Uh, all right. So basically, I was going on a trip to Kentucky with my parents for like 4 days, and my mom was convinced that my PSP, with the like 30 something games I owned for it, would not be enough entertainment for me, and that I in fact needed to sell not only my PSP but also my Wii to get enough money to buy an iPod at GameStop. And then, in fact, the iPod would have enough
Um,
entertainment for me on the drive down there. Except she did
uh,
not think to let me download a single app onto this iPod before we took the drive down there. So I had no entertainment on the drive
uh,
down there or during my time down there, which I would have had with the PSP. And
the
yeah, I
iPod Touch
really,
is like a pivotal moment.
yeah, I mean, it was cool,
I
but I didn't
also
have any
had
games
a
on it. So I really want to get a PSP again with some games.
uh, I had the iPod Touch when I was little too, probably like early years of elementary school. And the amount of games I had not think it is a wonder that it ran anything smoothly. But I have vivid memories, and I'm not kidding here. This doesn't sound ridiculous, but when I was like 7 or 8, I was obsessed with Gangnam Style, and they made
Same.
Gangnam Style mobile games, and I had those downloaded on my iPod Touch, and I would play those a lot. I don't even remember what they're called or what the premise of them was. I just remember I had Gangnam Style games on my phone, or not phone, but iPod. Very very odd.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being obsessed with
And then
Gangnam Style too in like fifth grade.
did you ever play Skyburger on a iPod or phone growing up?
No.
If you look it up, you might recognize it from the gameplay. It was such a fun game. I think they ended up like removing it.
Yeah, I've never played that.
Yeah, what about Angry Birds? Those did you ever play?
Yeah, I played all the Angry Birds. I played Bad Piggies. Yeah, I played Flappy Bird. I love that game. There's this game that was like
They ended up taking
huh?
you
Yeah,
know
yeah. There's this game. I think it was called like Zombieville or something. And basically, you could customize like a zombie character and walk around this town that was like one street that just did a loop. And you could like get a job at like one of the four stores, just like mopping the floor. And you could like use that money to like renovate your house and buy new clothes, and it was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun on that game. And then I think there was like a zombie farm game where you could like grow like zombie vegetables, and it was like Farmville or whatever, but like zombie themed, and I remember that was a lot of fun. Like, oh man, my cousin Amanda, I remember she had an iPod Touch, a first gen one, and she had this game where you were like going down like a water slide, and you had to like tilt the iPod to like move your character down the slide so he didn't like fly off. And dude, I was like obsessed with that game. Like she showed it to me, and I was like, dude, these are like the coolest things in the world. It's like world changing technology. And man, those original iPod Touch and iPhone games were just incredible stuff. Like truly groundbreaking games for the time.
little side point that I vividly remember the case of my iPod Touch. It was like a rubber case and had like a tire track imprint on it. So it's like texture, not like a tire texture, but it still had the grooves and all that in it, like a tire would have. I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was the coolest thing when I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, I had a phone case with tire treads too.
I feel like it's something I think that probably like 80% of guys had.
Oh, for sure. Everyone had to have that once.
What about the Talking Friends apps? Like
Oh,
Talking
talking Tom,
Tom,
talking whatever the cat
Angela.
was. Yeah.
I would love to get like a whole like tangent sometime about the Talking Angela theory. I feel like that'd be a good one you can add to your
You
conspiracy theories list.
you have a theory about it?
You heard about that one?
No.
Like allegedly they were using it to like spy on kids and stuff who were playing the game.
That's not even a conspiracy.
That's why it
That's
got
like the whole
removed and
point of
they
the
really had to
app.
change it.
That's like the whole point of the app is
Like
finding
that,
data
like I
from
mean,
your children.
like they were like actually, I mean, like, they were actually like spying on it, like the. look in the eyes of it, for example, it's a whole thing where you can see like a person's room.
Yeah, so many apps do that, dude. TikTok
Uh,
does that. That's why they're banning it, dude. I'm so glad TikTok's getting banned, bro. El Bozo TikTok.
here's the thing: like, we're saying that Trump would overturn it. So TikTok said it banned on December 19th, not December, but October. Check, almighty, January 19th. There we go, January 19th. You know, so first month of the new year. You know what's convenient about that date?
It's a
That's
day
the
or
date
two.
before
Yeah,
Donald J. Trump gets inaugurated. That is the day
exactly.
before
So
he gets
he can't
inaugurated.
overturn it. TikTok will
So,
be banned the day before Trump is president, and that is such a good thing.
I mean, see, personally, I use TikTok. I find a lot of information for stuff I mentioned on this show. You know, like not only information, but just topics.
Reels
You
is
know,
better. I'm
I
gonna stand by that
yeah,
forever.
real is mainly just like racism real, racist real, sexist real, racist real. Genuinely like I guess wholesome is the kids these days would call it. It goes like 14 more reels of racism.
Well, let me tell you
You might see like
exactly
the
how my
occasion like
reels go. It's like 10 reels of just different audios of just the N word over and over and over like some meaningless brain rot video, and then I'll get like a video of someone
mhm.
getting murdered, and then I'll get like a wholesome kind of gay video to send to the homies, and then I'll get like six 9/11 videos in a row, and then the cycle just repeats.
That sounds about accurate.
Yeah, it's just racism, a little bit of gayness, and 9/11.
That's Yeah. You can throw in your occasion like uh Austrian painter type of thing.
Oh
With
yeah, yeah.
Erica. No, can't forget the weekly Erica reel where you just hear that song.
Oh, high. Yeah, no, I love that song. German is such a good language.
It's like everything you say in German sounds like it's angry. It doesn't matter. Like you could be telling somebody, "Oh, I hope you have a wonderful day. You're very beautiful." It'd be like kind of like you're putting a spell on them, like cursing their family and their next four generations.
Yeah, it's a
German's just a
crazy
very
language.
angry language. I I want to say this. I think Arabic is such an ugly language. Arabic is an awful language. I do not like Arabic.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. It looks
Arabic is
terrible. Here,
people speaking
I
it look
have the
terrible.
lyrics to Erica. It goes Auf der High Blut ein kleines Bleiben und der heißt. Yeah, love that song.
It's like what's like if that didn't have the connotation that it did, that could be like a very very popular
What? Hold
song.
on. What connotations? What do you think the song's about, Landon? Don't look it up. What do you think the
Uh,
song's about? Take a guess.
I mean, I you figure it's about a person
Just
because that song wasn't originally made for the Nazis,
so
right?
the song was not made for the Nazis. They just happened to like the song and play it a lot. It was like their
Right,
walkout song, if you can think about it that way. See,
right.
the song Erica is about a man looking on
Mhm.
a flower atop a hill and just taking in how beautiful it is in the sunlight. It's actually a very, very
Oh,
nice song.
on the heath there blooms a little floret, and called Erica. Eagerly, 100,000 little beelets swarm around Erica. For her heart is full of sweetness, a twist escapes her blossom gown. On the heath there's a little flower, and it's called Erica.
Well, yeah, I guess it is kind of about a
Cool
girl, but
song.
it starts talking about a flower and just how good it looks.
That's the first verse I'm talking about. A flower on a hill.
Yeah, it's a wholesome song.
Back at home, there lives a young maiden, and she's called Erica.
Hmm.
That girl is my faithful little darling and my joy, Erica. When the blooms in reddish purple, I'd say heather, but it's capitalized. So when the heather blooms in reddish purple, I think there's a song and greeting. On the heath there blooms a little flora, and it's called Erica. Room there blooms a little flora, and she's called Erica. Already in the grave dawn, as it does at dusk, it looks at me, Erica. And then it's to me as if it's saying aloud, "Aren't you thinking of your little bride? Back at home, a young maiden waits for you, and she's called Erica." Not a
Such a
bad
beautiful
song at
song.
all, but like,
No, it's so nice.
but because a certain man with a Charlie Chaplin-esque mustache decided he enjoyed it, it cannot be played for the rest of human history.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think he just
Boo!
immortalized such a good song in the memory of people, and that's a really good thing. Honestly, I mean, when you think about Hitler, you can't
Granted,
name
it
one
wouldn't have
thing.
the
You can't name one thing Hitler did that was actually bad.
leading the army that was responsible for the death of 6 million people.
They were not. That is factually untrue.
And of worms again. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Anyways, even if he did, still not a bad thing. I'm gonna stand by what
Yeah,
I
I'm
said.
not gonna get into. I don't think we should
You know, just keeping
get
on the
into
topic
that
of
in
Germans,
full.
I don't think German people poop. I think their bodies are. I think Germans are just so efficient with everything they do that every single calorie they eat is absorbed directly into their body. Thus, they don't need to go to the bathroom. The only thing they need to do is
That's
piss because
certainly
they drink
one
so
of
much
the.
beer and they can't store all the beer inside of them, so they have to flush it out so they can drink more. That's the only reason they piss.
That's that's interesting.
You ever seen
Um,
a
I,
German poop?
I was aware
Me
they
neither.
do. Indeed. I I've never. I don't really track them with other people.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
I don't track the pooping habits of anybody.
Yeah, certainly not
Why would I?
Bavarians, but it's cool.
That's that's somehow not even the most out there thing you said on the show at all.
Should I
I don't
order a
how your
PSP
mind
that
function.
comes? Should I order a PSP that comes with GTA Liberty City Stories? It's $50 and it's coming from the Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic.
Yeah,
I mean, sure, if you have the financial ability to, and
I
you
can
really want it,
buy at least 100 of these, if not more. It's not that much money.
but do they have 100 in stock?
Well, no, they have one because it's just a guy
That's
from
the
the Czech
question,
Republic.
right?
Speaking of
So I
which,
would
I
say that
think the
it
Czech Republic and Slovakia need to merge together again and become Czechoslovakia. It's just a way better country.
more fun to say too.
Yeah, who doesn't like Czechoslovakia?
A lot more
Also,
fun to say.
I just want to say, I know Putin's on this big mission to remake the USSR by uniting all the former Soviet countries. I think that's
Right.
look, I think if everyone else was on board with him, that would be one of the most badass things to witness happen in real time, and I would totally support it just to watch it happen. But the fact that nobody else wants to
Hey, that
do
would
it
be
sucks. Like the fact that he's out here trying to force them to get back into the USSR and the only one that's willingly doing it is Belarus, that kinda sucks, man. And I honestly feel bad
Belarus
for
is getting
Putin.
into it.
Dude, Belarus has been a puppet state for Russia for since the USSR fell. They're just little Russia.
Really?
Like, okay, if Russia
Well,
needs to
you
launch a
know,
rocket into a NATO country and they don't want to start World War III, they have Belarus do it.
really,
Yeah,
I did not know that.
and uh, if not for
Holy,
Russia and China,
okay.
North Korea would not exist. Like, they just would not be able to get food, water, or ammunition to survive. So, anyways, I think it'd be really cool if the USSR did reform under Putin's power, because I think that would just be a really cool thing to witness happen. And it really sucks that it's just not gonna happen because nobody else wants it to. And I really wish people would just change their minds about it.
You know, a country happens to speak Russian.
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan just so happens to speak one of their two languages is Russian. That's their interethnic language. Technically officially have the Tajik language, but
Yeah.
Russian is also there.
A lot of those Middle Eastern stan countries speak Russian. It's interesting.
Yeah,
I wasn't too aware of that until I, looked at a lot of them.
right. I wonder if there's any breakfast restaurants we could call in Tajikistan. I know the last episode we attempted to call Tajik
Oh,
restaurants and
oh,
stuff, but
I
none of
think I
them
know how we
answered.
can do it. Make a
How's
WhatsApp,
that?
account and set your region to Tajikistan. I think it'll let you call them.
The dialing code is a thing.
Cause, well, so basically,
South,
WhatsApp
South
will
United
give
States.
you a phone number for whatever region of the world you want for free. So I think you can literally just go, "Hey, I'm from
Really?
Tajikistan," and they'll give you a Tajikistani phone number to call, like, in Tajikistan with. I think we can actually try that.
Do you wanna be the test guinea pig for that?
No, I'm shopping for PSPs right now.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go and download WhatsApp then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had no clue that you could just like use um different phone numbers through WhatsApp. That's again, we're not sponsored by the way. This is not a very smooth segue. This is again all just on the fly.
I don't think WhatsApp needs a sponsorship. I'm pretty sure they're the biggest app on earth.
Now I'm saying that they would be sponsoring us.
Yeah, I don't think they need a sponsorship. Like, the point of a sponsorship is they pay
15
you.
billion.
Yeah, the point of a sponsorship is that they pay you to get promoted. I don't think they need the promotion. I think they're fine.
Fair, fair.
But it would be cool if they gave us money anyways. Little wink wink, nudge nudge
You
if
know,
you're watching
sponsor our
this.
sponsor our trip to Tajikistan
Yeah, yeah, buy us plane tickets to Tajikistan.
and pay for our hotel and our food
Yeah, and our
and
camels and our horses and our goats and our buskashi tickets and everything
our.
else.
How did you know I was going to say was Kashi tickets? How did you know?
I just had a feeling.
Word for word, you like even took it down like me saying tickets.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think you just buy buskashi.
I see. I don't know if that'd be something you need tickets for. If you just like go up and say like, oh,
I think there's just like a guy that
research
stands
on
there, and you're like,
Kashi.
I think there's a guy that like just stands in like the walkway and is like, hey, give me some money, and you just like give him some money, and he doesn't actually work there. You just paid a random guy to.
Yeah. Uh, I did some research again on Buzkashi, and I'm
Oh yeah.
quite sure they behead the goat carcass. Quite sure they behead it before they start play, which it makes it even weirder.
No, dude, we watched the match. They were using the whole thing. There was a head on it.
There's I'm just looking at one right now that's beheaded.
I bet it's like up to the players, if they want to play with the beheaded one or not.
Right. Here it is right here. I'm going to drop it in the Discord chat.
God, why?
This,
Why do you? All right.
what?
Why do you want me to see this?
Because I saw it, and you have to
Oh,
as well. Also, because you're you what I said.
oh God.
Yeah. And they say they leave it in like cold water for 24 hours, so it's not going to be. It's going to be easier to hold on to it and grab and stuff.
Don't worry, guys. It's sanitized. We put it
There
in
you
cold water.
go. It's also apparently in Tajikistan, Buzkashi is a particularly popular event when it comes to weddings, and the father of the bride will sponsor it.
Dude,
So,
I think I need to get married in Tajikistan.
I say we could play some free Buzkashi.
Yeah, that's.
Now you got to wonder: are they using this old goat that died of natural causes, or
You know, they didn't. They found a goat, they
in the
killed it.
entire
Yeah,
village?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That goat was
I
not
mean, that's
killed in kosher. You know.
you think they care about kosher?
No, they're not Jews.
All right.
I mean, just like
So why
I'm
would they
not a Jew
care?
and I don't care about anything being kosher. And in fact, I think kosher salt is some of the worst salt there is. Like
Salt
uh,
is salt.
no, no, no. Himalayan salt
Yeah.
is not the same as Pacific salt, and that's not the same as Mediterranean salt, and that's not the same as kosher salt, and they're all different.
Yeah.
And anyways, I think Mediterranean sea salt is the best. I think honestly the best everything comes from the Mediterranean, like sea salt and olive oil and bread and meats. Like they just got it figured out over there for real as far as food goes.
Okay, so I have WhatsApp downloaded and made an account.
All right, you know what?
Uh,
Right before we get into this soon to be fantastic segment, let me go get something to drink because I'm all out of liquids right now, and we got like an hour and a half left. So entertain our guest for about 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. All right.
okay.
Okay. Thank you, Landon
So
boy.
I figured. Thank you. So I figured I would give y'all Washi rules. So since we've been getting into this is the word for word definition from Wikipedia. Got to cite my sources so it does not come across as plagiarism. Competition is typically fierce. Prior to the establishment of official rules by the Afghan Olympic Federation, which is apparently a thing, the sport was mainly conducted based on rules such as not whipping a fellow rider intentionally or deliberately knocking him off his horse. So yeah, you can't be pushing people, can't be hitting them, can't be playing dirty, can't be breaking out like John Jones 12-6 elbows on him. Callback if you remember that. Riders typically wear heavy clothing and head protection to protect themselves against other players' whips and boots. So I guess they're wearing boots when they play. So no sandals for you Tajiki villagers. For example, riders in the former Soviet Union. So I guess they played Tajik, not Tajik, played in Soviet Union. They played Buzkashi. Often wear salvaged Soviet tank helmets for protection. So they're going to battle. The boots typically have high heels that lock into the saddle of the horse, to help the rider lean on the side of the horse while trying to pick up the goat. Game plans for several days, and the winning team receives a prize, not necessarily money as a reward for their win. Top players such as Aziz Ahmad are often sponsored by wealthy Afghans. So I could get like an Aziz Ahmad like jersey. Do they make jerseys for Buzkashi? I do some research on him. He was born in 1964, and it doesn't say he's retired, so I guess he's still playing. He was born to a poor family, began playing at the age of 15. At the time he began playing, Buzkashi was a rite of passage for young men in the region. He was conscripted by the military of the Democratic Republic of Afghanistan during the Soviet-Afghan War. It's apparently a thing. I never heard about that. He soon defected from the government to join Mujahideen. Okay, so it's whatever that is. He initially left Kabul and retired to Kunduz after the civil war began. His playing skill soon drew the attention of Mohammed Fahim, apparently an Afghan military commander who was in a powerful warlord. Fahim offered to sponsor him if he returned to play and chartered a helicopter to bring him back. So they're going all out. So they're treating this dude like the LeBron James or the Tom Brady of Buzkashi. He remained in Kabul until leaving the city in 1996 before it fell to the Taliban, who then banned Buzkashi. He returned to the northern joining the Northern Alliance to fight against the Taliban in the ensuing civil war. After the fall of the Taliban in 2001, he returned to Buzkashi career and became known as the best living player. So he might be the only Buzkashi player who has a Wikipedia page. That's quite in depth for somebody who plays such an obscure sport. Let's see here. Where was that? Okay, so I believe that we went through this part last time. The Chapandas players not own the source. Okay, the game consists of two main forms: Tudabare and Karaje. Tudabare is considered to be the simpler form of the game. In this version, the goal is to simply grab the goat and move in any direction until clear of the other players. In Karaje, players must carry the carcass around a flag or marker at one end of the field and throw it into a scoring circle, the circle of justice at the other end. Riders will carry a whip to fend off opposing horses and riders. When the rider's hands are occupied, the whip is typically carried in the teeth. Everything about this game is kind of crazy. The Calf and the Buzkashi game is normally beheaded and disemboweled. So yeah, that's what I was reading. So in cold water for 24 hours before play to toughen it. Occasionally, sand is packed to give it extra weight. Though goat is used when no calf is available. Calf is less likely to disintegrate during the game. How do they know this? While players may not strap the calf to their bodies or saddles, it's acceptable to wedge the calf under one leg to free up the hands. And then, like, every country has a different rule set, apparently. So in Afghanistan, it's each half is 45 minutes with a 15-minute break between two halves, and the game was supervised by a referee. Imagine being a Buzkashi referee. How do you get into that job? Rules of Cook Brew in Kyrgyzstan, however you say it. Two teams of 12 participants instead of 10 in Afghanistan. Only 4 players from each team are allowed to play on the field at any given time. So, how do they make substitutions? Do they all have their own horse? Do they switch out horses? I'm confused. Teams are allowed to substitute. Okay, substitute players or their horses. So I guess they can substitute horses. 200 meters long and 70 meters wide. Let me see here. That's by 70 meters. For people who know that is in freedom measurement, that is approximately 656 feet by 230 feet, give or take. Okay. two Kazans, big goals with a 4.4-meter diameter and 1.2-meter height. And I don't feel like converting that. The total duration of the three periods is 60 minutes. It's kind of like hockey. Uh, you know, three periods with a break in between each, except there's a 10-minute break instead of a no long one like in hockey. A goal scored each time an ulak, the goat carcass, is placed in an opponent's kazan. A kotbaru is brought to the center of the field after scoring a goal. What is a kotbaru again? I keep forgetting. Is that like a different like, huh? So I'm already losing it. I'm already losing it. They play in. Crap! I skipped the Tajikistan rules. I didn't. Never mind. They were next. Where is Thomas? Where is that? Anyway, a photograph. Okay, Kazakhstan. That's not it. Um, this is what I need in Tajikistan. It's typically runs through November through April, so it's Buzkashi season right now in Tajikistan. High temperatures often prevent matches from taking place outside this period, though isolated games may be found in some cooler mountain areas. Among the Tajik people in China's Xinjiang region, games are particularly popular. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're just reading. This is what we're just reading. So, it's apparently played in the United States. Got here from the descendant of the Afghan royal family, which I had no clue of. Or maybe I did. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. If I did, I forgot about it. But this is the first time I can remember hear about it in the United States. 5 to a team with a sheepskin covered ball. So they don't play with the goat carcass. That's good to know. Good to know they're not killing goats for the game in United States. Others would try to unseat the riders he leaned over. They were grabbed by the shoulder to shove you off. Okay, so no rules in American Buzkashi. Not a very sensible game. Not a game that makes much sense. Man, that's certainly apparently they so it's apparently portrayed in books. Uh, Gino Strada, he's no longer with us, but he apparently wrote a book named after the sport with the spelling Buskashi, Buskashi, which he had about his life as surgeon in Kabul in the days after 9/11. The person mentions it in discussion about Afghanistan and Pakistan. No, they made movies about Buskashi. That's that's uh that's interesting.
I was thinking about something,
It was also a
Landon.
key element in the book. Oh, I was talking about Buskashi for 5 minutes there. That's
Hell yeah. So
Oof.
I was just thinking, for the miraculous service you provide to this podcast, I think not only should you be given a government certified military ID, I think you should legally be allowed to use your veterans discount whenever possible and celebrate Veterans Day as a veteran. I mean, you are truly just an absolute trooper for doing what you do here. So thank you so much.
And listen, you know who should get free discounts everywhere they go? The brave souls who play Buskashi.
Factual. I think every Buzkashi player in
Seriously,
Tajikistan should be given U.S. citizenship in place of a illegal Mexican that's here. I think like for every illegal Mexican we deport, we should import a Buzkashi player from Tajikistan.
I cannot wait until we make we're the people who are gonna make Buzkashi a famous sport in America. We're gonna bring it over here.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be
We're
good.
gonna bring it up. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be like huge.
Worldwide.
if this viewership or listener base or whatever you call it gets is quite large, we might be able to start a Buzkashi League. Just we'll use like a fake goat or something, something to resemble it. I don't want to kill innocent goats for one-time use.
Yeah,
You know,
I
it's
mean that makes sense. So before
what's your
I
opinion
I
on
left,
Buzkashi players?
they're heroes. I mean, like you see like Tony Stark
It's
or like Peter Parker in like the movies, and they play these like larger than life superheroes, but they're not real. They're just actors on a screen. When you look at Tajiki Buzkashi players, you're looking at real life superheroes. You're looking at people whose job is to save the world. I mean,
right.
these people are providing such a service for humanity. We can't thank these people enough for the hard work they provide, all the entertainment they give us, the sheer enjoyment they show for this incredible sport. I mean, seriously, I can't say enough good things about
Buzkashi,
Buzkashi
man.
players.
Apparently, they've made multiple books and movies about Buzkashi as well.
As they should. Now, before I
Good.
left, we were gonna prank call some Tajikistani restaurants, or we're gonna try to again, but this time we were gonna use WhatsApp. How far are we into that process, Landon?
I have WhatsApp completely downloaded and I have made my account. I'm just trying to figure out how to get a Tajiki phone number.
Okay, okay.
I'm on the home page right now where I can call somebody. To place a WhatsApp voice or video call tap. So how do I get the Tajiki phone number?
Maybe you can just call them.
How's that work? Oh, okay. Let's see here. We could go for the KFC again because it is 24 hours. Going for Are we going for this part two?
Hold on. How to add an international phone number. This is from the WhatsApp Help Center. Open your phone's address book. When adding the contact's
KFC.
phone number, start by entering a plus sign. Enter the country code followed by the full phone number. Okay, so you should just be able to make international
Hey,
calls. I think you're good.
it didn't. Okay, it's just from WhatsApp.
Yeah, just put like plus whatever the country code is and then the phone number, and it should work. We gotta.
Okay, so these.
We gotta
Remember
look up
again, these
phone
all still
number.
have the same number. Yeah. So let me see. Let me see what time it is in Tajikistan.
I mean,
Currently
you
in the
said
great
what time
nation
is
of
it in
Tajikistan, it is
Tajikistan?
7:25 a.m.
Yeah. All right.
7:25 a.m. So
Hey,
one of
shoot.
these
Let me
now is
look at
open in
Thailand.
Dushim.
You know what? It's 9:25 in Thailand. They're 12 hours ahead. Do you want to call someone in Thailand? They'll be open. And then in an hour, we'll try Tajikistan when they open up.
That could work. Okay. Let me see. KFC Thailand. KFC Thailand. Okay, is it going to be on the website this time? Yes, it is. Okay. I don't know what this pop-up bar is saying. Okay, how do I find the store locations? Because I'm on the website. By the way,
Let's
I
see.
guess the thing also in Thailand, they have chicken sandwiches, burgers.
Yeah.
They have rice bowls there too. Hold on. Okay, so I'm looking at KFC Thailand's menu. They have a shrimp donut.
Hmm. Sounds interesting.
They have egg tarts. That's interesting. Okay. Uh, KFC Thailand locations. Okay, so I think we're gonna just go for the first one listed on Google. They're going to open soon at 9:30 a.m.
Hold on. Oh, let me see if I can get a phone number
It's
for this one.
English speaking countries in Asia. I feel like prank calling one in Asia is probably like Singapore, Philippines, Sri Lanka, Vietnam. Okay, we'll go Singapore. What time in
Oh,
Singapore?
that's not right. It says their phone number is 1150.
Singapore, it's 10:27. It's 10:27 in Singapore.
Yeah, hold on. Singapore has a lot
Singapore.
of weird, like, death penalty kind of stuff. I don't want to accidentally get someone killed for a prank call. It's not. Let's skip Singapore.
Oh, I think Singapore would be a fun one.
I don't want to
Okay,
get
how
someone
about
killed over a
time
prank call.
in Sri Lanka? Are there any countries in? I mean, the Philippines probably speaks English, but I don't really. Do you think Philippines or Vietnam? Some estimates say
Mm,
that half the country speaks English.
yeah, that could work.
AFC Vietnam. Okay, Vietnam has a KFC apparently.
Hmm.
That's good to know.
So I don't know
Okay,
what
can
it
I
is about shit. What do you call them? KFC. It seems like they don't post phone numbers
right?
for their specific locations on maps. So maybe we gotta try like McDonald's or something.
Oh, ooh, bro, KFC Vietnam has roasted chicken fillet rice, spaghetti with chicken balls, fried chicken rice. You can
Oh,
get spaghetti at KFC Vietnam.
all right. I got you a phone number for a Thai McDonald's if you want to call.
Oh, yeah, okay. So hit me with it. What's the code? The dialing code, I should
Mm,
say.
+66
Okay, call number plus. Oh wait, oh, there's no. Okay, just 66
85 dash 488
85
dash 0580.
580 66 854 880 580
Hold on, can you repeat that one more time?
66
Mm-hmm.
right 854
Yeah,
880 580.
correct.
Long number, but it's pause or place for your mobile carrier, not over the internet. Let's still try it. So it just takes me back to my main phone app.
Hmm. Well, all right.
Calling.
You could try turning off mobile cell your cell service and then just doing it over Wi-Fi. Maybe it'll let you that way on WhatsApp.
Maybe, I don't know. It's still, yeah, it's still just calling. Call failed.
Well, let me.
What time is it in Vietnam? 9:31 in Vietnam. Okay.
Like maybe if you
That's
just like copy and paste that, it'll work. Or send it to you on Snap.
uh okay. Okay, now let's try this. Call immediately failed.
That sucks.
That's does indeed. Oh, it's ringing. It's ringing. This is not work. Did you happen to check what time this location opened, Thomas?
It says it's open right now.
Okay, okay. Dude, I mean, do they have caller ID at
I mean,
Thailand McDonald's?
who knows?
Still calling. This is it's
Do you want to try calling an Australian KFC?
I mean that's you might be able to. How is in Australia?
Uh, I don't know, but they're open.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Australia has like 4 or 5 different time zones. It's like about 1:30 there.
All right, you ready for the number?
I think you should call one.
All right, fine, fine. I got this.
What's the game plan? What you going in with?
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Let me look at their menu really quick, see if there's something that I want to like try to order internationally.
Okay. So, yeah, because they're bound to have different things. You could go like for the just dumbest thing possible. Be like, do the chicken nuggets have any chicken in them or something like that? Or you could take it serious. It's whatever you
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try and be like
call
kind of serious, but
Macca's
kind of
new
funny at the same time.
Hawaiian range. They had a burger with a giant like a pineapple on it. It's
Hmm.
like a chicken sandwich. They have one
There
for
is
it
some
too.
interesting stuff here.
I'm looking at it. Hawaiian crispy
Hmm.
beef. They got a
Hmm.
squid meal apparently. Ooh, so like whenever they had the Travis Scott meal, people just like go up to the window and start playing like the intro
Yeah,
sicko mode.
yeah, sicko mode.
So so apparently they have a Squid Game meal. So I think when you pick up the phone, right, or when they pick up the phone, you
Hmm.
should just start like blaring the Squid Game theme music. Just see if they know what you're doing.
I mean, that's an idea.
But what? Certainly an idea, yeah. It doesn't look like anything special. It just comes in a Squid Game box in
So
Korean barbecue
they
sauce.
have this thing in Australia called the cheesy zinger burger,
The loose cheese.
and it's just a chicken sandwich with cheese on it. And I think I'm gonna ask if they can ship a cheesy zinger stacker burger, which is a double, to America.
You have a thing called the loose change menu. Okay, what is $2 Australian? Okay, so $2 Australia is 127. So they have like 50 cent, $1, $2, $2. What happened to our $4 sausage McMuffins?
Hmm.
What happened to our 50 cent soft serve?
Who knows, man?
Yeah, McDonald's in Australia has them. $2 McPops, fruit gel filled or peanut butter filled or chocolate filled little cakes.
All right, so I'm gonna call them up and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, man, can I get a cheesy zinger stacker burger?" And the guy's gonna be like, "Oh, hell yeah, mate." And I'm gonna be like, "All right, one thing though, can you ship that to like the east side of the USA and just see what happens? I'll just go from there."
There you go. Right. Do you think we should like let it be known that this is for a podcast? Like, if they're cool with like the joke and all that, and then let them know like and you're a guest
Oh
on
my
the
god.
Unqualified show or whatever. But they still got the grimace smell over there. Oh,
Hi,
apparently not.
this
Never mind, it's
Landon.
gone.
Alright, hi, I had a question. I wanted to get one of the cheesy zinger stacker burgers. They look pretty good. But I live in America though. Can you like ship them? I'll pay you anything.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Can you ship a cheesy zinger stacker burger to America? I'll pay you anything you ask.
Sorry, we can't.
Man, alright. Thank you. Oh, they hung up on me. That bitch.
Oh, oh no! So I couldn't exactly hear what they were saying. What was the conversation?
So I was like, "Hey, can you like ship a cheesy zinger stacker burger?" She was like, "Sorry, I can't hear you." And I'm like, "Can you like ship a cheesy zinger stacker burger?" And she's like, "No, we can't." I'm like, "Oh man!" And then she just hangs up. I'm like, "What?" Yeah,
So you got somebody who's not cool with the
no,
joke.
no, definitely not in on it.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so let's pick one from the opposite side. Which one did you call?
I called one on like the East Coast. It was hold on, I'll find you the exact one. I called the the one in Darlinghurst.
Darling here. Okay, so I'm gonna call one in Perth.
All right.
In Perth. Perth. Okay, and it's open. Here we go. So I'm probably ask for the same thing. You're like, can I get the what's it called?
Cheesy Zinger Stacker Burger.
A cheesy zinger stacker burger.
Yeah,
7 I'm trying not to dox them, even though people can like literally look these up themselves. I'm calling one on Dunkout Road. If this ends up getting like a bunch of prank calls at this location, I'm sorry. Okay.
probably. Probably. Sorry, not. Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. How do I add a dialing code? Add a plus. Hold on. If I This is very you know, unplanned. So uh McDonald's.
Oh, you're calling it McDonald's this
I
time?
call this one right here. Yeah, I'm calling a. I thought we were. Yeah, we've been calling McDonald's.
No, I called it KFC.
Wait, oh, you called it KFC in Australia?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought. Oh,
yeah.
I
I'm
didn't.
staying
Does
in line with
KFC
from
Australia have?
KFC to Jiki, but
Oh, okay. KFC. Look at the menu to see what else they have there that I might like. Yeah, they got. Cause like a lot of these foreign ones have just like good stuff that I wish we had here. A menu featured offer. Okay, cheesy zinger stacker burger.
mm-hmm. That thing looks
They got
incredible.
okay. So that thing looks scrumptious.
Yeah,
Okay,
why
let's
don't
try
we
this.
have that?
I don't know.
Calls to this number are being screened by a BT call blocking phone. Please say your name after the tone, then press hash or wait to be connected.
Joseph Robinette Biden Jr.
Calls to this number are being screened by a BT call blocking phone. Please say your name after the tone, then press hash or wait to be connected.
Joseph Robinette Biden Jr.
There's no fucking way.
Come on. Come on. Come on, give me it.
God, I so hope that works.
Oh, they hung up.
Oh. Dude, they probably
No.
looked at their phone,
Get
saw
it.
Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., and went, what the hell?
Listen, Joe
Dude,
eats his
shout out
chicken, you
for
know?
knowing his middle name. I didn't even know it was Robinette.
It's such like a weird little name. You just remember it.
I mean, I'm gonna
I was
remember it
trying,
forever now.
I'm gonna collect myself here. I'm gonna call it the second location in Perth.
We gotta hear so. No, you know what you gotta do? You gotta like. They gotta pick up the phone and be like, hello, this is KFC Australia, whatever, and be like, hello, this is Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. I would like one crispy zinger stacker sandwich burger, please.
Delivered, delivered to the
Delivered to
White House.
America. Yeah, oh yeah, delivered to the White House of America. And see if they deliver him one.
Deliver it straight to my doorstep.
Like, dude, like
Uh,
imagine like a
I'm
private
gonna
jet,
try.
or like a military class aircraft starts flying at Mach 7 from Australia to get it to Joseph still hot. It arrives at the White House lawn, and the security guard's like, "You didn't order that, you fucking retard! Get out of here!"
To be connected.
Barack Hussein Obama. What?
Okay, okay.
It's a different one. Wait.
Yeah, let's see where this goes.
Last one rang for about a minute.
Hmm.
About halfway right now. Come on. What are the odds that this shows up on their, like system as a name?
It might. It probably is.
Man. Come on, I just want a cheesy zinger stacker burger. Even if it's a chicken sandwich.
It's a double chicken sandwich with
Still go.
cheese, Squidward.
It's
With
a double
cheese.
with cheese. Where's my drink? You forgot the drink.
You're what?
I'm not supposed to eat pizza without any
My drink,
drink.
Dr. Cal!
I remember when they first invented chocolate.
I remember when
We're
they
still
first
ringing.
invented chocolate.
We're still ringing.
Yeah.
Maybe they're on a call right now.
Could be.
I'm gonna. If y'all are hearing the beeps, still,
Yeah, we can hear him.
I'm deeply apologize.
It's
I
totally
might,
fine.
I might just quit trying with this location and switch to a different one.
That would be a good idea, honestly. This one seems a little busy.
Did it ask you? Did it ask you for
No.
for
I
your
just
name?
called.
Okay, let's try one in Victoria, Australia then. Melbourne, Victoria. Pick your poison, A, B, or C for the location.
See,
And I need to look at KFC again. I need to look at KFC.
while you're looking, I want to ask you an existential question about life.
Okay, before I make the call.
There's a trolley on a track. In front of it is 5
You
people
don't
tied to the
touch the.
track. There's a lever.
Okay.
If you pull the lever, the train will switch tracks. It'll go onto a track with one person on it. Do you pull the lever
Okay.
and consciously murder one person to save the lives of 5 others? Or do you not interfere with the situation, have no blood on your hands, but have 5 additional lives lost?
You pull the lever after the first set of wheels starting on over. but before the second set of wheels goes over, therefore derailing the train and nobody gets hurt.
Wow, I never thought of that answer. That's a lot
Speechless.
better than mine.
Oh, yeah, I bet you were going to say you Tokyo drift it and knock them all out at once.
No, no, no. Mine was gonna be pull the lever and then kill the five on the other rail so you don't leave any witnesses.
But you leave one witness.
No, you don't leave it. No, no, no. You pull the lever. It kills the one guy, and then you go over to the five still tied to the rail and kill them. So there's no witnesses to say that you killed the first guy.
Oh, no matter what you're committing murder.
No, just not going to
Okay,
jail.
should I call KFC in Melbourne?
Yeah, why not?
All right, here we go.
All right, let's hear it happen.
Wish it was.
Go, 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 go,
I wish I could hear it ring.
go. Buster.
Bill.
Science guy, Bill Nye, the science guy.
Hey,
Science
I've
guy.
got a question. Do you do delivery orders?
We do just all do the phone, sorry.
Okay, because I'm from America. I was wondering if I could get one of the chicken sandwiches or I guess burgers, whatever they're called. I wonder if I could get one of those delivered to the States. 'Cause y'all got some good ones over there.
Unfortunately, we can't do that for you as much as we'd love to. I'm hoping we get it back up.
Yeah, we got just the boring stuff. Y'all got some fancy looking stuff. Jealous.
Sorry.
Yeah, I said I'm jealous. Y'all got some really good looking chicken over there. We got boring stuff in the States.
See, have your mac and cheese and it's all the best.
Listen,
Interesting.
do you know if there are any restaurants in Australia that would deliver to America just by chance?
Probably not. Sorry.
All right, I figured I would around with KFC though. You know, I am from Kentucky, the place where it originated, so had to try my luck. I'm from Kentucky, where the company started, so I had to try it out. Had to ask.
Sorry.
Ah, well, thank you though.
Yeah.
You too. Okay, I don't know if you picked up all that.
Oh, I did. I got it all.
Wonderful afternoon as it is, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that was something.
It's as I literally said, I was in the States. I could have trolled, but I'm deciding to be, respectful even to my prank calls.
I think you did that way better than me, and not only
So
that, but that chick seemed like not only was she like being nice about it, but I think you could have flirted with her.
she seemed like interested.
Yeah.
I should have. I should have been like, so I heard they have beautiful beaches in Australia.
Nah, nah, you
You
should have
trying
got a
to
little
you trying to
personal. You
should
should
show
have
me
been like, I don't know, you should have said something about
your
her voice.
what's
She had
your
a nice
private
ass
number?
voice. I was sitting there listening to her talk, and I'm like,
I
dude,
should
she just sounds pretty, man. I want to see what she looks like.
listen. I will send you the number right now, and you can.
Dude, call back and be like, look, just I heard your voice, and honestly, I think I fell in love. Can I get your number?
Oh man. I will hold on. I'll send you the number, and then I'll let you do your
No,
magic.
I don't sound anything like you. I get.
No, like I'll let you do your magic, and you pull the number. You know, you are
No, look, it'd be weird if
listen.
two
You're
people from America called her. One asked for a sandwich, and the other started flirting right away. You gotta call her. You gotta secure the bag. You gotta be like, look, from the second I heard your voice, I knew there was a very, very pretty woman attached to it. And man, I feel like this relationship could go farther than one little call at KFC. I feel like we had something special there. We really worked off each other well. I want to get to know you. Please let me get that number. I want to talk to you. I feel like we can make something here. Like let's make it happen. Let's get them digits, girl, please, and just see what
Uh,
happens.
I mean, listen, you already seem to know what you're doing.
You just got to do what I did.
I don't have that confidence, Tommy boy.
I don't either. That's why I'm telling you to do it.
Far from it. That's listen. You already have the game plan.
Speaking of
So
games,
therefore, I think.
not to do a total transition, but I was watching Snapchat stories, and about 2 years ago,
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, I need to get a girlfriend. And I went on Snapchat and I just added like every girl on my quick ad. And I just did that for like a week. But then I got really nervous and I never talked to any of them. And I still got a couple of them added. I unadded most of them, but occasionally they'll like post a story and I'll be like, oh yeah, there's another one unadd. I just saw this
Um.
one. This girl lives in like Washington, right? Or like goes to college in Washington. Bro, she just posted a picture at the Coaster Games in Dollywood.
Really.
Well, an hour ago, because I mean the park's closed. But yeah,
Right. Yeah.
damn, that's wild. Imagine if I was
On
working
your
today.
day off.
Yeah, dude, imagine if I was working today. I could have slid up and like, hey, ha ha, I work here. Come see me.
Oh. You think she'd like actually believe it, or you think she'd think you're joking?
I think she'd be like, that's fucking weird. Why? Who are you?
Oh man, it's like that. There's been tons of famous people come through Dollywood, and they've all been there in my days. Like I know that this girl isn't necessarily famous, but
I
tons of
still have
famous
yet
people
to
come
see
through
a famous
Dollywood, and
person.
half of them are on my days off. I saw a moderately famous YouTuber, and then the biggest YouTuber that came through Dollywood has been Ryan Trey, and I was telling you this about this pre-show. And of course, it's on a day I'm not there, so that's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, you.
Listen, okay, I want to put this real quick. I'm going to pivot back for just a moment. If anybody any one of our viewers is Australian, and you happen to know the young lady that works at that KFC location in Melbourne, and you recognize her voice, please um, let me know.
Yeah, it's the one
Like
in
leave a
Victoria.
comment.
Landon didn't send me the address, but he sent me the phone number. It's plus 613 9663 2355. I'm only giving you this information so you can find the address of it. Please do not call there and annoy this woman. But if anyone happens, just if somebody hold on, let me English language correctly. If by some impossible chance someone watching this happens to know exactly who we were talking to, or lives close enough that they can find
Let
out
me
with
know.
relative ease, let us fucking know who that is, or at least pass it along when this episode goes live. That like
We
she
would
can see herself live on YouTube, and that there's two guys that are very interested in her. I'll pay the money to fly you out to the
we
States. I'll
would.
marry you and get you a green card, brother. Sister, we
I
can go
was,
far.
I was I was gonna say I would offer like interview her on the show, give her a
Um,
recurring guest spot or
Dude, I heard her
something.
voice, and I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with her.
We needed like a dedicated prank call segment, like every few episodes, just where we attempt different calls.
For sure.
Not like a per episode thing where it's like overdone, but you know just with some occurrence.
PKA, one of the biggest and most original podcasts, ever. Like, they're longest running, I should say, not most original. uh,
Yeah.
they, in their early days, they did prank calls a lot. Like, that was, like, one of their biggest segments they would do. If people, like, clip that and, like, just upload that, it was so popular. So, I mean, this definitely has
I
potential. Here's the thing, though. I think we got to get a
watched
little bold and start calling like European and like American numbers. We got to prank call the CIA.
No, I haven't got that far.
No, no, actually, we'll skip that. I don't want them showing up in my house and be like, "Why the fuck did you call us? You little fucking twerp. Why did you call us, huh? What? You think you're being funny? You think you're
So
doing a joke? This isn't a joke.
I
You're going to federal prison, bitch. You're
this
gonna be my little bitch.
this
I'm
can
gonna
this
use your
reminds
asshole
me
as my prison pocket. Like, they're gonna say some
this
terrible
reminds me of
shit.
a video I watched. A video I watched earlier this week. It's Wavy Web Surf. You know him?
No.
He makes like video essays and stuff. He talked about this prank net. I think is what it's called. This like prank website where people would post prank calls basically.
Mm.
And there was this one guy that was like, he's Canadian. He was like probably a ringleader while he was actually awful, evil. One of them involved him calling a KFC, I think probably somewhere in America, and telling that there had been a gas leak, and that they only the two women working there had to get outside until the fire department got there, stripped down completely, pee on each other, get rid of the chemicals and all that, so they don't get further. It's like
And they
we're not going to
did
go
it.
that far, but they did it live on camera while it was the call was being recorded. There's another one the same guy did where he said he prank called a hotel in Kentucky, and he was saying like, "Oh yeah, so there's gonna be somebody with cider, with apple cider, for you to try. I'm gonna keep you on the phone. You're gonna tell me how it tastes and all that."
Hmm.
Well, some guy comes down with the cup, the alleged representative of this cider company,
Yeah.
and he has his cup of cider, and he hands it to the woman, and he goes back, and the dude on the phone, the prank caller dude, is like, "Oh, okay, so how does it taste?" And the woman's saying like, "Oh, it's awful." It's like, "Did you know you just drank that man's urine?" So we're not going to be like that bad, are we?
I mean, well,
We're
with due time, we'll get there.
doing all ours harmless fun,
Yeah, we'll get to harmful fun
completely.
once we have the the ability to do it. You know what I think would be a
What did
really
you
fun prank to do in real life?
what?
3D printed gun and a silencer. Walk down a not so busy street late at night. Find a
That
healthcare CEO and
that's
shoot him
illegal.
3 times in the back.
That's That's highly illegal, Mr. Thomas.
It'd be a really funny prank. I think a lot of people would like it.
I mean, they're be going to jail then.
I mean, we've seen that it's
Would you
successful
be?
so far. It's been funny for at least one person.
But he's going to jail.
We don't know that. I
We know that pretty confidently. He's probably going to jail.
I think there's a really, really good chance that when he goes to trial, the jury finds him innocent.
I mean, they found that one dude. I forgot his name,
OJ.
but that one dude that did. No, I'm talking about like here in the past couple of weeks. They found some other dude innocent of something. So anything's possible,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess.
yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. I think he's gonna be innocent. I mean, I, I think the jury is gonna find him innocent because they don't want him to be locked up for this specific thing. Not because he didn't
Right.
do it. I think they're all just gonna vote that way to get him out of it. I mean, clearly he
Probably because
murdered the
like
guy, but like,
Probably because half of them are using, some sort of healthcare plan that's related to them.
yeah, like they're all gonna be like, this guy's on our side. He helped us out. Scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. I think it's gonna be that kind of thing.
I can see that. I mean, like the jury can do good sometimes. I mean, there's other times where they make quite the controversial call, but I I do hope he gets off. You know, kind
I
of,
hope he gets off and does it again.
but right, but it's like you gotta think though. He still killed somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
we've talked about
that's where
this
the shark gets a
before.
little bit odd.
We've talked about this before. I think maybe even on the last episode, and I'm pretty sure you said you don't justify murder for peace, and I said I do.
I forget what we talk about sometimes. No, I will not lie.
Yeah, I totally support murder for peace. I think bad people who do anything to screw over others, they can get killed. Like it's a net positive overall.
Do you want to get back into your bag of ideas? The show?
Yeah, I can certainly crack one open. Um,
No, give us something fresh to talk about.
we should get monkeys addicted to porn just to see what happens.
I um okay.
I mean, imagine a group of monkeys that are just jerking off 24/7, just straight gooners. I mean,
What
like
kind do
it,
you think they'd be into?
bestiality.
Really?
Yeah, I think they would like the monkey variety. Like you know that woman on Chimp Crazy that was like fucking the monkey. I think they'd be into that.
What's crazy is like I don't think that's too far fetched.
Yeah, I mean, they're monkeys, so I think watching other monkeys have sex would be pretty erotic to them. Kind of like how we like watching humans have sex.
I mean, they're kind of you know
Feeding
partaking in
off
the
porn.
activity all day anyway. They don't. We've had this discussion like not even 2 episodes ago, and I do not.
You really don't at all, like ever.
I mean, it's I don't go out of my way
Like
to engage
you're never just on
in
your
any
phone
sort of
being like,
activity like that.
you're never just on your phone. You're like, let's look at some titties for a couple
I mean,
minutes.
like Reddit occasionally will suggest it because it's Reddit. While I see like links to it, but like
Man, I'll be
oh,
like scrolling through reels. I'll see like a girl in like a kind of tight shirt, and I'll be like, yeah, that's it. I'm going to look at some titties on Reddit now. And then I look at titties for a couple minutes. I'm like, all
oh,
right, that's cool.
see that's the duality of man.
I'm a big fan of public nudity. Women getting naked in public. Big fan of that. Um,
I mean, I'm not saying I'm. I mean, listen. I'm not gonna say I support the crime, but I support the act.
r/ public plug. Women putting butt plugs in public. I'm into that.
Oh,
Um,
that's such a weird niche.
r/ hold on, I don't want to get this wrong. I think it's, hold on, I'm typing it in right now. Oh yeah, r/ bedpost porn. Sorry, bedpost porn. I want to say that correctly. It's
That's a thing.
so yeah, I mean you know what like a bedpost is, right?
Yeah.
You ever thought about sitting on it?
No, I'm
Well, some
not.
women have, and they post videos of them inserting their bedposts.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a type of porn. Yeah, I'm into it.
some people. Hey, you do you, Tommy boy.
I also you know like squirting and pissing and anything that involves just a
That's
shower of liquids from the vagina. I'm into that.
so the pee fetish joke you made with Claire were not indeed a joke.
Did she tell you it was a joke?
She told me that you and her were making uh pee jokes and that she thought you were joking about it all.
No, no, I told her I was dead
So
serious.
um
Yeah, no, she was like, yeah, I
Um,
bet you have a secret piss fetish. And I was like, secret? I do, actually.
oh,
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
I mean, that's no shame in honesty, I guess.
No, not at all. I mean, like at the end of the day, it's like, there's dudes that are into like, squirting, right? Same liquid, comes from the
Hmm.
same hole. Might as well just enjoy it all.
Right.
That's how I think about it. That's how I got started, honestly. I thought squirting was pretty hot, and I was like, you know what? Really, it's just piss. I mean, I can just watch a video of a girl piss. That's the same thing. It'll last even longer. It just seems like a win-win for me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I mean, man, I just want to say,
That's
man, jerking off feels amazing. Like it's gonna be like one of my favorite things to do. I just, you know,
a random thing to mention.
I don't think it's random at all. Like who doesn't like jerking off? I mean, it feels good.
Or
You just
10 minutes ago, we were calling Australian KFCs.
I mean, that's like the way it feels. With my hand gripped around it, just stroking it up and down. I don't use lube. I'm a dry stroker, and like, just that
That's
feeling
the
of like,
discussion we're having
you're
on a
trying to rub
YouTube
like,
podcast.
how the head has that like ridge, where it connects to the what do you call it? The shaft.
Shaft.
That's it. Yeah. Uh, like, and that's like an evolutionary thing. It's meant so that like let's say in like ancient times, and by ancient I mean like caveman times, right? You'd find a woman who's like a little ran through, and she might have like 4 or 5 like little dick man come in her, and you're big dick man, so your dick goes farther in, and then that ridge on your dick like scoops all the little dick come out, and then you can like basically clean it out and come the farthest in it, and then so it's like a survival thing. But when you're like jerking it, and you kind of
Oh,
like roll the skin up and like flick that part with like the edge of your fingers and your thumb, like oh my god, dude, it's like flicking your clit as a female. It makes me go fucking bug mode. It's insane.
so so you know the female experience is what you're saying.
I mean, I have masturbated many females, so I at
Good for you.
least
Good
I
for
know
you.
how it works. Yeah. Landon? Have you done the deed?
As a good man of the Christian faith, no, no
You're
premarital.
you're really saving it for marriage?
More than likely,
Shit, dude, I'm gonna have to take that
is there
VCOG off
something?
you.
Is there something wrong with that, Thomas?
No, not at all. I mean, if you want to save
Are you
yourself,
insulting my personal beliefs, Tommy boy?
no, I'm not. If you want to save yourself, I honestly fully support that. But man, like, you're gonna have sex for the first time and be like, man, I was waiting for this. Like, I put this many years of just waiting and hoping for this. Like, that's kind of lame. I should have been doing this all along. It's one of those things where it's just something you can spend like 10 or 20 minutes doing with someone. And it's like a nice bonding experience. It feels great for all of you. You leave with just a huge euphoric like endorphin rush, and like uh, it's it's just nice. It's just a really really good experience.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I will keep that in the back pocket then for things I know or need to know or
I mean, dude,
what have you.
I'm so into it, dude. I like eating pussy more than I like having sex. Like if I can get
Oh,
like a so here's the thing, I'm into like short, lightweight women because they're easy to like throw around and like have fun with. But if you can get one that's like just thick enough to like kind of suffocate you while they're like sitting on top of your face, like doggy style, and you're just going to town, man, there's nothing better, man.
Okay.
You got that fat coochie just straight down on your mouth. You're just going to town on it. You got your hands straight up gripping both cheeks. And she's just like laying down, arched back, doggy style, just browsing Twitter or whatever she's doing. It's nice. It's a good place to be. Those thick
That's
thighs, running down your chest, low key suffocating you. But
well,
like, there's the thing about eating pussy. Like, you get into a certain rhythm with it, and you kind of like grow gills on your neck, and you start like not having to breathe through your mouth, and you won't have to take a break at all. You'll be able to go for like 20, 30, 40 minutes just straight chowing down.
gills.
I swear to God, I grow gills when I'm eating pussy, and I can like breathe through my neck. I don't even need to take a break.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, just if you ever get the opportunity,
I,
man, eat some pussy. It's worth it.
I okay. That's good to know. Good to know. Again, Thomas giving us life lessons
By
in
the
the middle
way,
of a.
by the way, when you're under her, she's in that position I was just telling you about. Don't be scared to like, you're like gripping her cheeks, right? Don't be scared to like slip a finger or two up her ass. All right, she should like the first time you kind of rub it, right? You gotta like rub the outside a little bit. It's like a doorway that you gotta like open up, but you gotta like massage it a little bit. And she's like, "What you doing back there?
Mhm.
Why you playing with my ass?" Just be like, don't worry about it, baby. Just go back to eating, right? And then
What?
you just wanna like slide the first knuckle of your middle finger in, cause the butthole is pretty thick, right? It's got a pretty big barrier to entry, or technically barrier to exit, but we're using it for entry at this point. And you're just gonna slip the first knuckle of your middle finger in there, right? And it's not gonna go all the way in. See, this is a weird thing with anal, where like when it's just piercing the butthole, you don't really feel it that much. But once it's like inside and it starts like touching the inside of the colon, it gets like real sensitive, right? So since it's probably your first
Hey.
time, you're just gonna start with the first knuckle, and she's gonna be like, "Whoa, well that feels a little interesting." Then you're gonna go for two knuckles, right? And you're just gonna move it back and forth a little bit, kind of just wiggle it in there a little bit, get some motion going, like with the rhythm of your coochie eating. And then you're gonna take your ring finger, you're gonna slide it in behind. Now you're too deep, and you're gonna want to like
Oh.
basically have your arm like in line with like your face, right? So you're like hooking back, like pulling back against her, and then you're basically just gonna like with your two fingers hooked in her ass, start like gyrating her whole body up and down, so that her clit is kind of rubbing against like the bottom of your nose slash like the like dip, like where like in the middle of your lip, and then while you're just eating
Uh-huh.
it, like tongue going crazy, dude, she's gonna go insane. Like she's orgasm guaranteed. You're welcome, guys. Got anything
Okay.
to add, Landon?
I don't think there's anything that I am qualified to add.
How do you like to jerk it?
I've mentioned this previously. That's not something I do very often.
When you do,
Just shower for easy cleanup, I guess.
you you
Because I don't
really just in the shower?
listen. Because it's gonna go down the drain. It's gonna be easy cleanup. Hide the evidence.
What? No, I mean like walk us through it. Like give us like a step by step.
Just I don't think I need a step by step how I you know devil's
No, like
tango.
like all right. Do you like
I
watch
just
anything? Do you have
I
any
just
like pictures pulled up on your phone? Like what are you looking at? Do you look at anything?
no, not necessarily. Just
So you just stand in the shower, lathered up in soap, and you just start beating that bust clean up and then act like it never happened.
Sure,
God damn,
sure.
you're too clean, Landon. This is what I mean when I say I'm taking you to the dark side one day. Like, you can't be living like this.
Man, it's just you gotta when you're living the clean life.
Look, you gotta switch to the
You mean
dark side eventually. It's just better.
is it though?
Yeah, 100%, man. When you're just jerking it all the time, having sex with, women and stuff, like it's good, doing drugs, having fun, partying, like man, it's just life's good, you know what I mean?
It's sure, sure. I mean, I support that.
I don't think you do. Otherwise you'd be
I
living it.
do.
We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see?
We'll see when you get to the dark side if you still agree with what you say now.
And how do you plan on getting me to said dark side, hobby boy?
One step at a time. One
All
step
right.
at a time, Landy boy.
You have like a step-by-step plan.
First step, episode 210.
Oh, episode 210.
Yeah, I think.
Anything particular going on?
Oh yeah, I mean
Oh yeah, I forgot. I mentioned that earlier. I mentioned it earlier. Never mind.
yeah, we talked about this before the episode. Episode 210.
Okay.
We're gonna get you a little marijuana'd up, and I think at that point you're gonna realize you've been overthinking stuff, and then we're just gonna go deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole until I've got a mini me. We're gonna like Anne
Oh,
Hathaway, Devil Wears Prada you to the dark side.
never seen the movie, but we'll go with that.
Okay, I mean, I wish you have. It's a fantastic movie.
That's I'm going to trust you on that.
Honestly, I'll send you a copy of it like right after this
I'm sure.
pod if you want.
I mean, I'm sure I can find it on like streaming.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just drop the file in Discord. You can just like hit play.
All right, I might have to do that.
Matter of fact, I'll do it right now.
Oh,
It's such a good movie. I mean, I'm not even into movies that much, but honestly, The Devil Wears Prada has to be like 3 or 4 out of like my top 5. Like it's in my
I,
top
I need
5.
I need to let it be known that we here at the Unqualified Show do not support internet piracy, and I
I
totally do
do.
not pirate every single football game that I ever watch.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah, piracy is awesome. Pirate everything. Fuck your ISP. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Um, anyways, I think we should blow
it's
New Jersey up, like Chief Keef said.
why New Jersey?
Cause, see, there's this guy, Chief Keef, right? He has a song called
Obviously,
Finito. He said, "Try to take my chain, I ain't glowing." Bang, bang. Wait, I said glowing. I said, "Try to take my chain, I ain't going." Bang, bang. Bitch, I'm about to blow New Jersey up. He's talking about the time he went to New Jersey. They tried to steal the chain off his neck, and now he has beef with the entire state of New Jersey. And he wants to blow it up, and I fully
it's
support him in blowing up New Jersey. I fucking hate that place.
that's so random.
No, no, it's not.
Thomas, I've got a question for you.
What's that question?
in the hit song by Kanye West and uh, Jay Z,
Oh,
who was
oh,
in
Neighbors in
Paris.
Paris. Do you want me to say
I
the
thought it
word?
rhymed.
Do you want me to say it?
Nah, that was a test.
All right. The song is called. Get ready for this. You ready? You ready? I'm gonna say it, Landon.
Okay.
The song with Kanye and Jay Z about the fellas in Paris is called. I mean, I can't preface this enough how big of a moment this is about to be. It was called. It was called Nigerians in Paris.
Brilliant plot twist. Bravo, Vince.
Yeah, yeah. I was really trying to resist actually saying the N word there,
It's
but you know I managed.
my favorite part is when you started when you said it's Morbin time.
And then
I mean
morbid
Morbin
all over the
everywhere.
place.
Yeah, Morbin all over the place. I feel like I think that's two Morbius references I've made in this episode now. I think I've kind of reached the limit. I've exceeded the limit by two.
Yeah, Landon, I have an idea.
Mhm.
So, holy shit. Sorry.
What?
Okay. I was just looking at flight radar over where I used to live in Illinois, and
Mhm.
this guy in a I can't what is that? In this little like private Cessna, he flew all the way from Lake Geneva to Spring Grove, which is like it's got to be close to 100 miles, and he wrote penis in the sky with his tracker. Guy literally spelled out penis over North Illinois. That's hilarious.
Really? Oh man.
I don't even. Oh,
What time
okay,
did
nah.
you
I do remember what I was gonna say. Um, I think we need to do an unqualified show, gaming show, or gaming
oh
episode. Specific, dude. Hold. I'm fucking retarded. I knocked over a bottle of water. Like I accidentally hit it with my foot. I picked it back up. I accidentally kicked it over with my foot again the exact same way. Anyways,
okay, you cut out. Okay, you were saying we need a gaming episode. What is that what'd you
yeah.
say for that?
So the game I have in mind is the original Civ Rev. Alright, Civilization Revolution by Sid Meier's. I think you and me should sit down for 3 hours, play roughly 1 3/4 matches of it because it's a really long game, and just see what happens.
I didn't say have like a board game night or something to play. I'm probably online versions most likely
Yeah,
of like, you know, good old fashioned game of chess, some like Uno,
duty
some
chest.
Scrabble. Do you want to do like episode 7 is like unqualified game night?
Yeah, man, I think we should play Civ Rev.
I don't have Civ Rev, but
I'll buy it for. Well, actually, let me look how much it is on Steam. I bet it's like $5. I'll just buy us both a copy. Let's see. Let's see.
so do I have to go ahead and make a Steam account then?
You don't have a Steam account?
I know I play all my games on PlayStation.
Oh, that's true. Let's see. Is it, is it, what the hell? Civ 6 is $3? It's on sale from 60. What? I'm not gonna buy it because I only like the first one, but god damn, that's a good price.
Is the first one gonna be the cheapest then?
I hope so. Uh, shit, let me stop. How the fuck? Civ, sorry, I'm bad at spelling. Um, is the first one not on Steam?
Hmm.
Do you happen to know if you own an Xbox 360?
I used to, but I do not anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I actually have two. I don't know how to
Really?
record on it from a 360 though. I don't know how that would work.
Hmm.
Man,
Yeah, Civ 6 is $3.
I mean we could play that, but see the thing is the first Civ Rev game is just fantastic. It is so easy to get into, yet so hard to master, and everything about it is just perfect. And all the other games try to do more and have more and be more, and they're just not as good as the first one.
How do you is the first one on Steam?
No,
Oh, sucks.
here, let's see. Let's see where I can play it. Hold on. Okay, if you play a PS3 game on the PS5, because you have a PS5, right?
And you play PS3 games on PS5?
Some of them, I mean, they have the whole like retro collection. If this game's on there, I wonder if you'd be able to play on a PS3 server, because in that case, I would be able to play with you because I have a PS3. But then again, I still would not know how to
Oh,
record it. But
yeah, that'd be the biggest problem. Recording. Um,
wait. Oh, I know. I could set up, or we could set up an emulator on the PC for like PS3 or 360 or whatever. And then since those
right.
servers are down now, we could just connect to like we'll just like make our own server,
Local game.
and then we could just like emulate it and play online on just on PC. That might work.
That could work.
Wait,
That could
oh
work.
dog, they released it for the Windows Phone, but not just straight up Windows.
Oh,
That's so gay.
who uses a Windows phone?
Literally nobody.
They. It seems like my grandmama had one like years and years and years ago, but don't think she kept it very long. Man, what other could we do for unqualified game night?
That's a good idea.
Let's see. Online card game.
It's got to be something that's either free or cheap on Steam, and then I'll just like get us both a copy.
Play Uno online. Wonder if you can
Man, we
play.
could just play Uno in person.
Yeah, but like, are we making in-person videos yet?
No, but we could.
That's up to you.
I mean, I don't know. Would Civ 6 be?
Whether
Oh God, no. That looks
you any
like
good at
copy
Scrabble,
paste.
Thomas?
Scrabble? I don't even.
Yeah, you can play Scrabble.
I don't even know how to play that. So
You just make words.
wait. I was thinking of Yahtzee. A totally different game. Yeah, no, I can play Scrabble. I've
We're gonna
definitely played
play.
that before.
Yeah, we got
I don't know why I was
play
thinking of Yahtzee. I
Scrabble.
was like, I know I've played
Yeah,
that
you can play.
once, but I have no idea what it's about.
You can play Scrabble online for free. You can play Uno online for free. You can play chess online for free. So
You
that's
play
already
Risk.
a Risk. I've never played Risk, but I can learn.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hold on, let me look at the free section of Steam here. 'Cause I bet there's something on here that we could totally dominate for a little while.
Probably play Monopoly somewhere online. But I feel like that'd be like an entire like 2 or 3 episode series.
No, we could definitely do that in 3 hours.
Eh,
That's easy.
Ever played Categories?
No.
Categories is so fun.
Oh, we could play Diddy Chess.
Ooh,
It's always a good one.
okay. That's a good one. I can get behind that.
Yeah. Hmm. I feel like
Is the next episode going to be unqualified game night? Then is that we're gonna say that?
if we can find a game to play, it certainly will be. But I
Okay,
feel like it's just hard to find a free game that's like fun to play multiplayer, sort of stuff.
right.
Anyways,
Maybe
we've hit our 3 hours today. I feel like since
oh,
we're already
that
planning
passed.
things for the next episode, it's you know kind of at a point we can wrap it up.
All right. Let me get up my like outro that I've planned. Gotta
Oh
rerun
yeah,
through it.
good
So are
luck,
we
man.
gonna wrap it up then here?
Yeah, might as well. It's about
All
that
right.
time.
So I guess remember to use your signal. Tip your waiter, unless they suck. And also remember if they wanted to put Big Bird on the Challenger flight that exploded. Just food for thought, little bit to leave you with. They wanted a children's show icon to be on the Challenger.
On the next
That's
episode,
all
I'm
I
gonna
got.
explain why nobody was even on the Challenger. Anyways, good night.
Oh boy.